Hello, everyone, and welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons and Dragons campaign found in one of the wigs of Marie Antoinette. I'm your Dungeon Master Salkos, and this is the D&D campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. Everyone, all of us. Anyway,
Especially you.
A lot of stuff going on in the campaign right now. Emperor Alfraxis has been found and freed from his crystalline prison. But before we get to such tonight, we do have a few important announcements to get through. First and foremost, a lot of the music you'll be hearing today is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you could be hearing and using at your tables at home. Go to midnightsyndicate.com for more information or use our command !syndicate in our chat right now. There is also the Victor Brothers. The Victor Brothers create Celtic and fantasy RPG music that you can be listening on their YouTube channel right now. Be sure to subscribe to them and be like, yo, what up? We love your music. It's so fantastic. The command !fantasy in our chat will give you a direct link to their channel as well. Both parties' music can be found on YouTube, where they have music videos or audio videos. You can also listen to the music on Spotify, and for Midnight Syndicate, you can ask Amazon Alexa to play Midnight Syndicate right now to listen to their music. So thank you to both parties. It's amazing having your music here, and we love to hear it. Like it's just fantastic. As far as artists go, you may notice that we have a lot of wonderful and beautiful portraits for our characters. Those for this campaign have all been made by Starving Artist. Starving Artist is a fantastic artist who is sometimes starving, I think. That you can find her commission information on our Discord by going to !Discord and the masters of our channel. Starting in campaign 2, Mr. Simon Rice, aka our very own Shada Copperstone, has done all the designs for the character art, and the coloring is being done by Starving Artist. So his commissions.
Go
ahead.
The perks of it really.
It's coming out amazing, and you could look at some sneak peeks on Patreon, isn't that correct?
On our Patreon, absolutely. All of our sneak peeks are made available to our Patreon members. So we do have one bust fully done and rendered, and it looks stunning. Super excited. And the flat colors are also done for everybody, so like everything's coming along nicely, and we can't wait to show you campaign 2, which is coming to you in summer of this year. Wonderful. What else do we got? Any other announcements I'm missing?
Check us out on YouTube. And if you're checking us out on YouTube, check us out on Twitch. And if you're checking us out on Twitch, check us out on Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts, because we're on there too. And if you're on there, check us out on YouTube.
I do have one more really important and fun announcement to say. In case you didn't know, it is 2 days away from April, but that just means that we are 1 month closer to June, and June is Pride Month. Pride Month, we have a merch store on Redbubble at merch.pgc.gg, and the really cool thing is that starting in April, our Pride merch will be going live once again for charity for the Trevor Project, which enriches the lives of LGBT and helps at-risk youth. So when that goes live on April 1st, which is not an April Fool's joke, it is going live, be sure to check out our merch store and get your merch early ahead of time before Pride Month hits. And yes, Noah.
I want to add as well that I would like to wish our trans friends just a very happy International Day of Visibility tomorrow.
Woo! Yes, absolutely. I didn't know it was that day tomorrow, but thank you.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
I absolutely love that.
I'm part of an event. It's awesome. I do stuff.
Well, I don't think there's anything else important to announce at this moment in time. So, grab your snacks, grab your drink as we welcome you to our table and we begin session 102 of Prestige Encounters. And welcome back, everyone. So, where we last left off, the champions of Cataran finished their fight with Aras, the Weaver of Worlds. From here, they made their way back to the city of the Yugalos, where they continued their contract. Sam being told, as he entered the city, that if they provided the hag in her stall, the head of Arasa. He would free him from his bonds to her. But nonetheless, they made their way to the Tower of the Arcane, where they found themselves in a vast library full of tomes of knowledge and magical secrets. It was here they were told to deliver the wish as promised, to finish your deal, and taking advantage of the wording of the contract, Jack wished them well, and rather than giving up one of the remaining 2 wishes on the Ring of Wishes. Here, it was made known that this Tower of the Arcane was actually being protected by Veldritch Grimbor, Shada's ex-patron, who, in his newfound form, had the powers of a celestial and an undead. He showed fearful power, killing Huzescu with an arrow from his bow is slain, and nearly catching Elith, but saved by the stream with her con save, and was soon brought down by none other than Shada himself. It was as Veldritch turned into a ball of radiant fire and crumbled to ash, taking all of his things with him, that the crystalline prison of Ember Alfraxius broke. Huzescu also was revived through wish. You gotta throw that in too.
Oh yeah,
Huzescu's alive now. That's
Huzescu's
great.
alive.
We put that wish to good use in the end.
So 1 wish left, everyone. However, as you all stand there, the body of Ember drifts down to the ground, and his eyes slowly flicker open, once again awake since drawing from the deck of many things. Champions, what would you like to do?
I have questions.
Yes.
What does Ember remember?
The last thing you remember is the amulet being taken from Shada and pulling the deck of many things.
Furiously drawing cards from the deck of many things.
That is it.
Alright, Shada's gonna run over to Ember.
Hello.
Ember.
We need to do something about Veldritch.
You mean the pile of ashes over there?
It's done.
I think
And I'll gesture to the remains.
Late.
In fact, it's good you woke up when you did. We have a couple of things we might need you to identify. And I'll gesture to the sword and the bow.
Both of those are gone too. They went with them.
Yeah, they're destroyed.
What's that? What's that?
Yep, his bow slain and his great sword are gone.
Oh no! Where did they go? Quick, Ember, reverse time, and let's.
Well, let me pull a card from the deck of many things. Okay. I'm assuming something went wrong. I knew something could go wrong. Assuming it did. What did I miss?
Well, we're in Gehenna right now.
Okay.
You were trapped there. In fact, I think they were paying the Yugalos who run this place to keep you here. It's been an adventure. We have a lot to catch up on.
Who was paying to keep me here?
Think that the one we met.
Well. Sitting atop a bookshelf is a unusually tall man with purple skin, and on each of his hands is 6 fingers. His eyes pure white and his hair brown. He's stunningly beautiful for a man. Along his waist is a sword that is jagged and curved. That was quite a show.
Who are you?
Oh, Elith, don't you recognize me? And there's going to be a brief moment where Shadow envelops him and then clears. And what's sitting before you is a pure white Harangon rabbit folk.
The one who was inside Clover. The one who killed the Winter Queen.
Right.
Yeah, we
I'm
met
gonna
him in the Feywild.
disengage from this.
Oh, have no worry. I'm not here to fight you. The shot is going to develop once again. It's going to be back to the form of Grazed. I am always one seeking entertainment, and let me tell you, I was not disappointed. It is a shame that I lost my pawn and many of the plans that I have, but entertaining nonetheless. Trongrog. Now you notice the Yugoloth you made the original contract with is like staring at the pile of ash that was the Arcanoloth Zolgalin.
Didn't that guy get disintegrated?
He got disintegrated.
Yeah, Trongrog is the guy who was our contract broker.
If I'm correct, the terms of your contract say that you're not able to pursue them for 2 weeks, is it? And
I believe that was what we...
His gritted teeth. Yes. Well, there you have it. You are safe for 2 weeks at least. But I imagine there are more important things to do than dwell here in Gehenna.
Certainly.
Definitely.
Like be anywhere but here.
Well,
Right.
before we... Perhaps you, if you're not here to fight, you could tell us what your endgame is here. He was clearly here at your behest.
Oh, I'm just seeking fun. Jim, I'm losing my
Go to a
trophy.
circus. Try a clown or two.
Life is a circus, Jack.
These are people's lives here, man.
I don't care.
Clearly.
Were you paying for me?
Indeed, I was. I
Why?
was hoping to keep you around a little bit longer. I was hoping that we could perhaps study the many novels in this library together, uncover some sort of secrets, play a game of chess.
Hard to do that when he was imprisoned in Crystal.
Not true.
Right.
We're gonna get there eventually. Anyway,
Interesting.
I'm gonna go back to my home.
Are we gonna have to look over our shoulder for you?
I don't think so.
Not
I
for
thought we were-
me.
Yeah.
If you ever find yourself in the infinite layers of the abyss, you're welcome in my town. Stay at the brothels, play at the casinos. You might have fun.
Alright.
Ta for now. And he's just gonna step into the shadows, and the demon lord known as Grazed disappears before your eyes.
Well, Amber, how does it feel? I suppose not much time has passed for you at all.
It feels like we were just doing something very important, and now we are in Gehenna.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we're still doing important things.
Where are we with the dragon situation?
Well,
ongoing, in progress. Sometime after your situation, we ended up going to the plane of water, and that was a mess. And then we ended up here, a ring of wishes, thought of you, then we were like, we should find him. Long story short, found you here. But for the dragons right now, what we need to do is go back to our plane, and hopefully find where they're at. All they need to do is free the very last one. Beshkar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So we're gonna need everything we can get. Oh, by the way, Ember, this is Flint.
Oh yeah, the legendary Flint.
Flint, this is Ember.
And didn't you say he got like imploded in a black hole?
Yeah,
well, sort of.
We weren't as informed as we thought.
Found him in a kitchen.
Yeah, interesting. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does anybody have anything attuned to the material plane?
I do.
Yeah,
You alright there, Hugh?
going here.
Any lingering on discomfort?
Just
Died in front of
pains.
it.
Yeah, I'll probably have that good old resurrection fatigue for a few days, but besides that, I'll be up and running just as
You died?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, twice.
Oh.
Yeah,
Luckily, they were both temporary.
glad to have you back though.
I think one of them seemed permanent enough. Enough to use up this. I'll show the ring. There's one wish left in here.
Ooh, interesting.
And I look at Sam. I think it's spoken for now.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, it's good to see you. Did you get your issue sorted out?
Yeah. No. It kind of flared up and dropped me off at the group again.
Ooh. Well, I'd still like to study you, if you wouldn't mind.
I mean, I guess, yeah. We should probably get out of here first.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
He's up on- yeah, Sam, that hag back in town wanted the head. We have it. Should we
Mhm.
give it back? Should we give it to her before we go? Just to at least set you
I
on
think
at
we
ease?
should. Well, definitely. I think that we should have Elfraxius take a look at the head before we hand it over to her.
Yeah. At this time, TM, is the palace in chaos after the violence? I mean, the Arcanoloth here just died. Is anyone coming at us? We hear any chaos or pandemonium?
So the lift has not lowered since you were brought up here. Just for point of information, Yuzowski, you are restored with all of your hit points back, by the way. You have no resurrection
okay.
fatigue.
Oh,
It was a really
So,
good wish.
all right, awesome. So I don't have any downsides.
There's nothing like resurrection wise that Wish says that would give you fatigue. It just replicates a spell 8th level or lower, or any spell 8th level, so you don't have any fatigue or anything like that. You're good.
Cool.
But no, there is nobody coming back. The Yugoloth Thorngrog is just kind of standing there glaring at you all.
Well, Trumbrog. It appears our business is at an end.
Apparently so.
Perhaps you would escort us back into town.
I don't believe that's part of the deal.
That's true. We'll find our own way. But you're welcome to come along for the journey.
Is there a window in this tower?
There's not.
Oh, darn.
I'll say if you all prepare to leave the Tower of the Arcane, you may do so.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's. time to go.
Well, looking around, I can see there's a bunch of very precious, interesting stuff here. Probably a lot of magical stuff. We're here in this tower, Ember. Seems like a playground for magical people. I mean, I'm ready to go. But if you needed to take a moment, I'd understand.
Based on his expression, I don't think we're welcome here, and I don't believe I'll gain access to any of the information here, so I say it's best to move on.
Smart as ever.
Alright. Although, for the record, there is a 2-week delay before they can do anything to you.
I would like. Hold on. As Jack says that, Flint would like to grab a book.
Okay.
And just put it in his bag. Just any fucking book.
Okay. Roll a d10 for me, please.
Yep. Hold on a sec. Let me find the d10s.
Oh boy.
Gonna be some herring on erotica.
It's a 6.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed.
Cool.
Do you go off romance?
You said there was a lift. Am I right?
There is.
I'm in the
Yeah,
lift.
the one we came up in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
Shadow will join Elith in the lift.
Is there anything? What does this lift? Can I see like? What's it made of? What material particularly? Is it metal? Is it stone? Wood?
For the lift, it's stone propelled by some sort of arcane telekinetic means.
Okay. I see. Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, it could be worse. It could, be living flesh, and that would just be awkward.
Oh yeah, it'd be horrible. Shadow's gonna look over at Elith and go, today's a big win for all of us. I think especially for the both of us. Right?
I would agree. I feel much calmer.
Feel a little bit more at peace. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, we do have a lot to handle, don't we?
Yes, but that is a big chunk off the plate. No doubt.
Yeah, a little bit of momentary bliss.
I bet you feel great about it.
Exquisite.
It was very satisfying.
Pardon the interruption, but I'm still trying to get my bearings. You killed Beltrich.
Yeah, I chopped his head clean off. Took the amulet back.
About 5 minutes before you woke up. Or melted.
More like 5 seconds, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you thawed.
Yeah.
So he got his mortality back, and that allowed you to kill him then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Among other things, it made him very powerful.
He was a very tough opponent. You saw the worst of it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that means there's now a, I guess, council position open in the Valerian Empire.
That's true. The what? Minister of what is it? Guilds?
Truth.
I think it's guilds. Yeah.
It is skilled.
If there's even much of an empire to come back to. Last we checked, they were
is in shambles.
They were all on the run. I don't even know how much of a government there is left.
What we heard, nothing.
Ember got trapped before the dragon fight in Restoria, right?
I believe
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay, so he doesn't know that you guys killed the white dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will also tell Ember. So, speaking of ministers, your archmage, he seemed to be not completely alive.
When you say seemed to be and not completely alive, I'm gonna need explanations.
He looked like a
His
lich?
face was gone.
You don't know what that is.
Oh, sorry.
Half his face was his exposed skull, and he completely shrugged off an attack from a white dragon. It disappeared.
DM,
He definitely looked undead.
can I do like a knowledge check on like how long Bolin Frail has been around?
Make a history check.
Okay. That one's cocked. Sorry, one sec. Oof. It's not great. 20.
20. So it's not uncommon for a mage of high power, such as an archmage, to live well beyond their normal lifespan. Bullen Frail has been at the College of Zalren for some 200 years as Art's archmage.
Okay, so that's not super uncommon.
No, like I said, he is a human man.
Mhm.
But for a mage of like high power like him and his skill, it's not uncommon for them to live longer.
Sure. Okay. Interesting.
I believe that's just something to look out for. Yeah.
So that's 3 of the ministers: Lenore Valine, Beldrich, Bull, and Frail.
I guess I'm
That
just
are-
confused about Bone Frail because he hasn't necessarily shown us any aggression or anything of that sort. I mean, you were there for most of the encounters we had with him.
He's shown himself to be a danger to us. He seemed, if anything, equally invested in defeating the dragons, which is good enough for me at the moment.
He always seemed to be a pretty trustworthy advisor, fairly good confidant. It's an interesting revelation. I'm gonna have to think on that for a bit.
All right. Suppose we should get out of here, right?
Well, we need to go see Sam's.
Yeah. Hag. It's
yeah.
Not my
we-
hag.
I assumed this conversation was happening in an elevator.
Yeah, so at this point, the lift
Yeah.
lowers to the final level, and you are in the ground floor where there's. It looks different. The bookshelves have been rearranged. The layout is overall different, but the gate to the front door is right there. In front of you, there is this blue flame on a massive pit that's currently burning, kind of giving this blue ash shadows across the walls.
Minor question. How big is it?
It's large. It's like a 10 by 10 foot square, like a bonfire would be.
Or are there ashes?
I mean, there's gonna be.
X. I would like to scuttle over there. If
What are you, a crap?
possible. And get ready to collect some of the ashes.
Sure. There's a bunch of arcana laws kind of like gathering. You hear a number of murmurs and whispers and a few hisses here and there.
Why are they talking about me?
I don't know. They probably don't like the.
This is all to all of
situation
you,
much.
not just Elif.
Oh, okay,
Hmm.
good.
Can I try
Probably
and
can't
make
wait
out
to see the end of this.
what they're saying?
Make a perception check.
Cool. Nat 19. Let's see. What's my perception? Is it good? Plus 0. 19.
Just during whispers, murderers, thieves. They are not
See the little
welcome here.
hobbitses.
Stupid fat hobbits.
Yeah.
That was less than 6 seconds.
Has our Yugoloth friend come back with us? The
He is not.
Tromgrove? Oh, he didn't come down with us?
Nope.
Not happy with this.
I don't think they like us, guys.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
give a
really much care.
I'll do a big dramatic flourish and do a deep bow, tip my hat to everyone, and I thank you everyone for being such gracious hosts. And if you had any complaints, I suggest you take it up with a Master Trungrog who broke our contract. Good day, and out.
Right,
Let's
you're
go
out
on it
in the
quickly
city.
after that.
Ember, this is the first time you've been outside, and you see that The overall city is full of these twisted creatures. There are humanoids in cages that are just being left to die from dehydration or starvation, whichever comes first. Typically dehydration, for whatever flying creatures is trying to pick at the corpses. But overall, not very welcoming to humanoids or mortals who come into this plane.
I'm carrying the head, and I'm gonna give it to Sam.
Okay.
That's all you.
There you go.
And the head is a giant spider's head, so that's
Giant
also
spider goes.
It is a beautiful woman with the mandibles and mouth of a tarantula, rather.
oh
Mhm.
okay. Right.
Long white
Right.
hair. It's kind of sticky, purple skin.
Mhm.
And I kind of hold it out to Ember. I'm like, you want to guess, identify, see why a hag would want it?
I mean, this just looks like a Drider head. I mean, I can if you want me to, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get back. This is the decapitated head of a thing.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Then I will turn over. Her hut is in sight, right?
Yeah, it's a wagon.
Okay, her wagon. I'm gonna walk over to her wagon and I'm going to call out for her.
Ah, Judy. So good to see you again.
Likewise. And I hold up the head. It's like, I believe you wanted this.
Indeed. Hand it
Mhm.
over and you will be released.
And I go ahead and I hand it over.
He's gonna grab it. Very well, Sam Thornton. You are released.
Okay.
That wasn't
Easy
so
as that.
bad. Less than 24 hours.
It was less than 24 hours. With that, was there anything else before we skedaddle?
Sam,
Mhm.
I think let's just back away before
Yeah.
anything else.
And I'm starting to back away kind of slowly.
Clint is gonna elbow Shada in the knee. What do they need to be released for?
I don't know. Weird stuff. We should just keep walking. I don't want to think about it too much.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't want to get her super irritated by leaving early.
All
I
right.
see. Okay.
That's fair. So I think with that, the account's been cleared. And really, all that remains is for us to get back to the material plane.
Right?
Oh,
Okay.
much enjoy that.
Where we left off, we were, Ember, we made our way over to the Ceravel Federation. There wasn't much left of what we saw. The dragons had decimated Duskwalla. There was a small town there. Ashtar has fallen. We found strange enemies, cultists who grafted dragon flesh to their skins. Yeah, horrific things. Last we heard, there may have been a movement of people to Heldren. We thought we'd start there. That maybe we'd find some of the gathered leadership there. We also received a visit, didn't we, from the familiar of one of your old friends, correct?
Mhm. I believe he's the one who told us about Restoria
Mm-hmm.
and the status of the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
All that is to
Well,
say, it would make sense to return to Heldren, I think.
Okay. Well,
At least
again,
as a start.
I need something attuned to the material plane, and then I can get us out of here.
Well, as it happens,
Yuzescu can as well.
I think Yuzescu's got this one covered, don't you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got just what we need.
Yeah. No, just bringing you up to date. But
Though I
If we're
think
sure
we're gonna
about
have to rest before leaving.
I don't know if we'll have much chance of a hospitable welcome anyway. We could try, but
I mean,
Could camp out somewhere.
do we have somewhere sort of secluded? I can do something if we have somewhere secluded.
well, we could do that. We've been through a lot today, and our resources have been taxed.
Yeah.
We may find better chance of rest back in the material plane here if we could do this now.
I can't. I expended some really strong magic back there in those couple of fights we did before I died.
Well, gosh, well, that's all you had to say. But Ember, maybe then this is something you can help us with.
I mean, I can get us back to the material plane, or I can get us a very, very, very safe place to rest. Whichever you prefer.
We have a
I like
tuning
the amount
fork.
of varies.
I do that too.
Right? Like, we don't know how safe the material plane is going to be.
Can I just say something? Since Zerk's just gonna put his hand up. I ain't had a good night's sleep since we got here. Something about this
That's right.
place, oh my god.
Fair. Fair.
If we're headed straight for Duskwallow, that's where, or not Duskwallow, my bad. Heldren, that's where they were last seen, right?
I believe so, yeah.
It wouldn't be super wise to go straight into that without a rest.
That's true.
Right.
Just south of there is the wood.
My fucking cats, 1 second. Sorry.
It's also true. Alright. If we're gonna feel safer with the rest now, I suppose we better find a safe place.
I'm back.
Alright.
Okay.
We're sticking with a safe place option. That's
Yep,
what
the
I'm
Yeah.
right now.
safe place.
The moment we get back to the material plane, like, they already have little agents looking out for us. Little dragons flying around. You know what I mean? Cultists on the lookout. They know
Well,
like
So
I'm still wearing cultist garb. If we can get enough copies of this and I kind of tug at the shirt, we could just pretend to be one of them.
I think not all of us could. I think we might have trouble fitting in long term amongst them. It's not a bad idea for an infiltration idea later, though. A few ideas come to mind about where we could land. One, south of Heldren, south of Duskwall, is the Murmurer Wood, my old stomping grounds. We could start there. There's a few good places there to camp, or at least places I used to find safe. Another option would be, well, we've been promised a keep south of Cyrindale, back in the Valerian Empire. It's further away from Heldren, maybe further away from the action, but maybe that's what we need. Start shoring up our defenses.
Maybe, but we would also have to make our way through the mountains. Wouldn't we?
Yes.
That was a bit tough. I don't know how much I'd enjoy that.
Also true. Well, we can think about this one. There was a tavern that admitted us. I don't know if they'll do so again. They were very expensive.
did you forget about the very, very safe place?
Well, what
yeah,
have you got?
The
Dome.
Can you take me out of town? It's something slightly more impressive than the dome.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll take him out of town.
Road trip.
Later, outside the town.
Here we
You do
are
that.
outside of town.
So quick.
All right, this is a nice open flat area, pardon the gray, barren, hellish expanse. Just empty enough for you?
This will work perfectly. And sit on the ground for about a minute. And after the minute is up, Ember claps his hands, and you see like a vertical line kind of split the air and like widen into a doorway of just fire. And
Can you say that's safe?
it's very safe. And
Considering it's Ember's fire, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the safest option.
I'll push open the door to show the interior of a very large entrance area to a mansion with a chandelier dangling down and stairways running up to both the left and the right, all out of like mahogany and ivory, the handrails and stuff. Very beautiful interior.
Where the hell was this when we were roughing it on the road?
Oh, yeah.
Well, fun thing, when I was pulling those cards, I learned some things. This is one of the things that I learned.
Huh. Go figure.
What would you call this that you learned?
This is just a very safe space.
It's incredible.
The mansion of the very safe space.
I understand. Yes, of course.
Yeah, good enough for me.
By the way, Tyler, where is Flint keeping the book that he took?
He just put it in his pouch. Just like his bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starts melting.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. Seems empty, unless you're about to tell me you've got an army of servants here too.
Watch. And Ember snaps his fingers and you see like little kind of ghostly figures like walking through the house. Like one is carrying like a feather duster and like dusting. One is carrying like a tray of whatever.
Oh no.
I mean, I can make them go away if you would like.
No,
That's alright.
damnedest thing I ever saw.
What's your ideal home?
No. This just seems like it would suit the needs of everybody in the party. I even prepared a very special kitchen. What? Where? And Flint just runs off into the mansion to find the kitchen.
Alright.
You wouldn't happen to have like a bath area, would you?
Oh, jeez.
Each room has their own bathtub with hot water, mirrors, any type of soap, powders, shampoos that you would want.
This is absurdly good, and Sam will wander off to one of the rooms.
Try not to be try not to do you in here, please. I don't know what would happen.
Oh, that was my question. I was gonna ask, like, how do explosions work here? How does like magic,
I mean, every type of normal magic is contained within the boundaries of this extra dimensional mansion. However, he is a special type of magic, and I don't know. So,
What happens with the door once we get in?
Can we leave?
the door will stay there, but nobody can enter it unless I allow them to.
Oh,
And this will last for 24 hours unless I recast it, and then it'll take another 24 hours, and yeah.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Do we have rooms? Is there a basement?
Everybody has their own rooms. They should be labeled accordingly. There was not a basement. I didn't think we would need a basement. Why do you want a basement?
This would probably be the best place. I mean, it's so, like, private and safe here. just a great place to do some research. So,
You see, when we leave this place, it ceases to exist,
really.
and I have to recreate it every time I cast the spell.
So next time we get a basement?
I can give you a basement next time, yes.
So you're saying anything we put here disappears?
Yes.
Anything we leave here?
Yes, or it will be shunted out of the instance when I close it.
Gotcha.
Weird. That's so interesting. Okay. I want to explore my room, so I'm finna head out. And I'm gonna start looking around.
All right.
Yeah, we'll settle in for dinner, I think, if there's a supper happening. I'm gonna smoke a pipe and...
You hear in the very far distance some pots and pans clanging.
So for the sake of time, is there anything that anybody would like to do while you guys rest in the mansion? Is there anything that you like to state that you're doing, or is there anything that you would like to do specifically?
We doing watches of any kind? Do we need to?
We don't need to. Flint's gonna make everybody food.
Okay.
I believe the mansion provides the food, and Flint can just do the cooking of said food. So he will go around and take orders.
Okay. I'll say that just kind of for the duration of the evening, Jack's gonna, partake, but he'll also be periodically going to check the windows, check the doorway, watch for any gathering Ugoloths, any gathering, any sign of trouble.
Okay.
Ember is going to be talking with Shada, catching up on what he has missed.
Okay.
Yep. Definitely do want to talk to Ember.
Sam, he's asking anything?
Nah, just gonna sleep. He's tired.
Anything outside like what's happened in the previous sessions that you and Shada would want to talk about and like do role playing wise?
A couple things, yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, so we'll cut to Ember and Shada then, while everybody else goes about their business.
Whoever Ember is, Shada will walk in. How's it going?
Oh, I apparently have been kept prisoner at the behest of a demon prince for the last God knows how long. So it's something to wrap your mind around.
Yeah, I don't even remember the exact amount of time. I'm going to be completely honest. Everything's kind of melded together. But, yeah, good news is that you don't got to worry about me anymore. I got some power back.
Did you? How'd you do that?
I, honed my, devotion to my god.
You are now an almighty smith. Wonderful.
Well, it's just a little bit of something. It's mainly still focused on just my combat capability, but I do get the ability to smite people every once in a while.
Fun project. We might be able to devise a weapon that you can infuse that godliness of yours into.
Perhaps, Sunblade does me well. I'm really set on maybe some new armor. This half plate works well that I got while you were gone, but besides that, I might be looking into some things, not that we might have any time to do so.
Time is the thing I wish we had more of.
Yeah, of course.
We still have 5 dragons and a dragon lord to deal with.
Yeah. It's a lot to process, but we'll handle it. One thing you might want to know is I had a very odd time smithing with Jack, actually.
Interesting. He doesn't seem much like a smith to me.
No, but you remember what we ran into when we were in the Shadowfell regarding him, right?
Yes, his friend saying he had needed to create a weapon made of the ore. Yes.
Yeah.
What'd you
Long
make?
story short, we spent 2 days straight in a weird time warp where we made this scythe that could fly.
That's very it's very on the nose, don't you think? The Reaper.
Yeah, sort of. It is, I guess, if you put it that way, it kind of is. But I thought it was a little odd fighting with the scythe. It's not really most convenient weapon, I think. But Jack puts it to work.
Well, that's good. It's good. I'm glad he's finding ways to gain his patron's approval. That does come to us all.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we need to do something about Bull and Frail. If what you guys are saying is correct and him being undead, there's ways to increase one's life.
I'm sure there is. I mean,
That does not include that. So we're gonna
as
have
of
to.
now, it's not really on the top of our list. But
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
you know, as Jack said, he's not really been giving us a tough time so far. But push comes to shove, we're gonna have to look into that.
I guarantee push will come to shove if I have anything to say about it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Yeah, but yeah, I'm ready to get back to the material plane. It's been too long for me. This place makes my skin crawl. Or at least out there it does.
How is your mother doing?
Not completely sure. I feel like I should talk to her a little bit more often, but she made her way back to Thorn.
She got there okay.
I believe so.
Okay, good. Good. Would you like me to check?
Yeah, that would be a big help.
What would you like me to say specifically?
I want to know how she's doing and how Gari is doing, because Gari went with her.
Okay. I'm gonna use sending.
Roll a D100.
Okay.
I believe it has a 25% chance to fail across planes.
5%.
The 5% chance to fail?
Yes.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
It is a 78.
Alright, so it does not fail. Alright, what are you saying?
Hello, it's Ember. Shadow would like to know how you and Gari are doing. This is just a general check-in.
Oh, Ember. We have fortified the country. The armies of the dragons are beginning their assault in the hills. That's it.
Okay.
The dragons have armies now. Your mother is fine. They're fortifying the nation, and the dragons now have armies that are assaulting the hills.
I suppose that would be the cultists that we mentioned earlier, but they're getting way too close to my home.
Hmm.
Not surprised, considering it's this close to the Federation, but yeah, we're gonna have to eventually handle that as well.
I mean, cut off the head, body dies.
That's what I was thinking. No, thank you, Ember. Not just for the sending, but you definitely expressed a lot of concern for me.
I mean, it's what we do.
Yeah. I won't keep you up much longer, though you might not be very tired. I am.
Apparently, I've spent a good few weeks or more sleeping or feeling asleep, so I'm okay. But you go get a good night's rest. It seems like you've been been through a lot the last few weeks.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, thanks. Shadow will exit the room and head to whatever room was assigned to him.
By the way, each of your rooms in the mansion looks like Ember's ideal room for you, what he thinks you would like in that room. So a little bit more pretentious than like you think it might be, right? Like Jack's room is super fucking dark for no reason. Elith's room has some creepy like imagery displayed, like carved into like the bedposts and stuff. There's a giant fucking moon on the ceiling of Huzescu's room. There's an anvil in Shada's room. Sam, you just get a really nice basic room.
Ember doesn't want to trigger anything.
Right.
Everything in there is fireproof.
Nice. Is it also lightning proof? That might be important.
There's a lightning rod in the corner.
Oh, good. A rubber bed? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Zark's room, there's a big darts board on the wall.
Yeah, Zark's just gonna kick up. Yeah, darts for Zark. He's gonna just throw darts into each other. He's like, yeah, I never miss.
Darts for Zark.
Is there anything else that anybody wants to do?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to seek out wherever Jack is, because I need to talk to him real quick.
Sure.
So I'm peeking around corners, looking around.
Just looking into my room, going, Could have done with a light or something.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you remember when I told you about the recipe that I was working on, and how I only needed the ashes?
Oh.
I'm gonna show him
Oh.
the little vial that I got with the ashes in it. I'm
Okay.
gonna be like, do you think that was a pyre? Would you consider that to be a pyre?
It looked kind of pyre adjacent or pyre, maybe.
That's what I thought, but I'm worried if I put it in there that it won't work. You know?
Well,
and I don't want
how-
to try it until we're out.
How will you know until you try it?
I won't, I guess. I just needed some confirmation, some secondhand. Yeah, that was a pyre, you know what I mean?
It's definitely. I mean, what is a pyre, right? It's a big fire.
Right.
Maybe
okay.
there was some kind of purpose to it. We didn't really stop long enough to find out, but I mean, it's a good guess.
Okay, cool.
It had to be a pyre of the dead?
It didn't specify that part. It just said only a pyre, so I assume it could have been any kind of like flame.
So it could have been some of those ashes from that Arcanoloth.
Where did you come from, Sam?
Whoa. Yeah, his room's next to mine. You got lights?
I can hear you through the walls.
you have wallpaper. This is nice in this room.
Jesus.
But okay, I'm thinking that I'm going to activate this when we get back before we go to Heldren. So somewhere maybe in the woods.
Okay.
So, real quick here, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually giving you an update on the map.
Oh.
Ooh.
So,
Map update.
if you look at the map, the area which the dragons currently have control over or have conquered is kind of unclear. So, the area that is kind of ashed out, that's going to give you an idea as to where the dragons currently have domain based off what you were told. Because remember, they destroyed Yorkin and Retrina first, and they went to Heldren and Ashar, then Duskwallow. So, and I'm going to show the stream real fast.
Wow.
That's nuts.
That is currently where they have domain.
Yeah, well, welcome to the way that we experience the game stream. Our world map. Look around. You can
So
see.
that's what it was previously.
We took the entire Caravel Federation.
And this is
Okay. Are you gonna need help, Elif, in what you're doing?
I don't think so. I just wanted to clarify with you. Stay in the loop. If I blow up or something,
Well,
you'll know what happened.
Are you planning on doing this alone? Maybe that's the more pertinent question I'm trying to ask here.
You're not allowed to blow up, only I'm allowed to blow up.
What do you mean do it alone? I will be combining the ingredients alone. Yes.
Okay.
But I just don't know what'll happen. And that's why. So yeah. I have hope. I have a good feeling. Not great, just good. Excited. But
If it all goes wrong, maybe don't do it too far away from us.
yeah.
I mean, you'll want to give us a chance to bail you out.
If possible. But I don't think I would be put in a situation to really, harm me like that. Especially if it was, a mission. Like, if my patron gives me a recipe, I highly doubt that it's gonna be something that, kills me. Because I need not to brag. I do a lot. I'm employee of the month, a little bit. So, that wouldn't make a lot of sense to me. But
Okay. Well, what I'm hearing is that we're working with a lot of unknowns, so if the worst were to happen, leave room for us to help you, if you can. Maybe that's what I'd ask.
I will do my best to give you a heads up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna return to my room now. Thank you, Jack. Bye, Sam.
Yeah, sure.
See ya. And he'll roll back over and try to go back to sleep.
I'll go back to my room and I'll lie back, put my hat over my eyes, and pretty much just stare into the inside of my hat for the next hour or so, waiting for sleep. Just brooding.
So easy enough. You all eventually drift off to sleep. And for a moment, you wake feeling rested. And then slowly, as your thoughts re-enter your mind, you're reminded of the danger that awaits you.
I'm gonna wait. Snap my fingers over my hat to use prestidigitation to clean it. Wander over to a mirror, realize I have to shave. And I'll sort of do that for them.
Using the bath water, prestidigitation, and mending, my clothes are very, very clean.
Flint, you wake up to this rash spreading across from your knee down, and you wake up like first with like this burning, itching feeling, and then you look down and you notice that there are blisters all down your leg. Your skin is like turning this dark red. It's very irritated. It's almost as if you have an extreme case of poison ivy. But more like there's just blisters, and like poison ivy means sun poisoning would be the best way I could put it.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Hugh Zesky's room like immediately.
Who's asking you just waking up?
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hi, Flint.
Hey! I have an issue. I was hoping you could help.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at fixing issues. What's up?
I show him the blisters.
Ooh. Those are pretty nasty.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, not having clothes is kind of leaving me bare to the elements, and I don't really know what's going on with it, but I was hoping you could do your voodoo and fix it.
alright. Should be some simple little healing. Shouldn't be too complicated. And he's gonna go ahead and do a little level 1 cure wounds just to test this out, see if it works.
He hasn't taken damage, but a cleric of your level would know that cure wounds is for like wounds. This appears. Make a medicine check.
Okay. That's a crit.
25.
This is an affliction, and it's not a natural one. At first, I thought Huron's like, does Emrys Mansion have bed bugs? You're like, no, that's not it. And you're like, this is a magical affliction.
It's not magic herpes, is it?
I will.
Magic.
Of course, you say it right before I'm about to say this. But as you notice, like the skin begins to become a little bit more from red to purple. You watch this one of the blisters burst open, a little bit of this foul-smelling pus comes out of it.
Flint starts poking it a little bit. I don't think that it should be doing this.
Probably not.
He's like that nasty squish
Ew.
sound.
Alright.
I made that sound with
Stop.
my mouth. Don't ask how.
Stop
The
messing
popping,
with that.
the
Sounds
popping
gross.
YouTube videos.
I will never ask how.
He'll deal with this.
Alright. But, yeah,
Can-
this, it's
Can
not
you do
normal.
something? Can you do something about this, or am I just gonna have to like? Wait.
I can try something, but
Wait, can I cut it off and then you regrow one of my? Wait, I still don't have my left hand.
that is true. You're missing one of those. We should
Hmm.
definitely regenerate that as soon as we can.
Well, not if it's gonna get infected with whatever this shit is.
Right. Well, this is it's not normal for you to be getting these boils. Nothing really caused them from any natural standpoint. It's probably a magical affliction if I had to take a wild guess. Have you done
You
anything
see
recently?
magic? Can you see magic things?
Oh yeah, I can for sure do that. And Yuzesku's gonna go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Yeah,
You might
so
want to do that as a ritual. Save the spell slot.
Yeah, sure, as a ritual. 10 minutes.
I assumed.
Mhm.
So there is a magic aura coming from Flint's belt, along with his equipment bag.
Okay. So, is his bag just a bag of holding?
It's
No,
a
I don't
normal
have a
equipment
bag
bag.
of holding.
Oh, it's just magical
There's-
bag.
Normal bag. There's something
There's-
in it that's magical.
Okay. Yuzesku's gonna look inside the bag.
Yeah, so aside from kind of now stale bread and just other vegetables that are close to, molding, there is a book that has a magical aura to it. You notice that the cover is metal, with the front of it being a skull with its mouth open and a chain going across it, like locking the jaws in place, like across the open mouth. The two eyes are these black stones, onyx, and they have like a faint reddish glow to them now.
Huh. Yeah, Flint, I'm gonna be honest. Yuzeski's gonna pick up this book. This looks like just about the most evil shit I have ever seen. It's like definitely this book. For sure.
Okay. Hmm. So,
What does this book even do?
back in the tower with the fox people, and they're like, "Oh, we can't follow you for 2 weeks, no matter what." And they were talking. I was just like, "Oh, they can't follow us. I'm just gonna grab this thing real quick, cause fuck them, right?"
Right.
So I yeah.
So this book is probably super cursed. That's what I'm gathering.
Okay, well, what can we do with a super cursed book?
See, now that's not really my department. I think we should take this up with Ember. He's probably got a good spell that can figure out exactly what this thing does. And if there is a curse on it, which I'm assuming definitely, I can get rid of the curse.
All right, cool. Let's go.
All right. We're going to head over to Ember.
Okay. You arrive at Ember's room.
As you get close to the door, it opens, and he just says, "Come in."
Yeah, Ember, we need you to look at this super cursed book that Flint stole from those fox people.
I didn't know it was super cursed in the first place.
Well,
I just heard them talking about how they're not allowed to follow us, and then I saw a book. I was like, "Oh, let's take the book, 'cause fuck them, Well, give it here. Sit it on the desk. Let me have a look.
just going to place it on the desk.
What is the material of the desk? Wood, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as the book gets rested down onto the desk, the wood begins to warp and crack briefly. Doesn't split the deck in the desk in half.
Extremely evil.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a very good sign. I'm not gonna touch it, and I'm gonna sit down and cast Ritual Cast Identify on it.
Okay. So over the next 10 minutes, Ember's gonna cast Identify. Ember, at the completion, a flood of thoughts enters your mind. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Ember's better than that. Better at that than I thought. All right. 16.
That's gonna fail. So you
Oh no.
suddenly turn to your side and let loose whatever contents were in your stomach from the night before is now on the floor. This is sickening. It is horrible and horrendous. This book is vile in every sense of the word, as it contains vast pages of evil deeds and thoughts.
So we're gonna have to get rid of this.
What is it?
It's so you've met several devils, right?
A few of them.
This is their like wet dream. They it's called the Book of Vile Darkness.
Oh.
It's one of the more evil. It's one of the most evil tomes in existence. The fact that you've had this for about 12 hours and and you've survived is a testament to your strength, little one. But we need to get rid of this now.
Now, physical contact is bad, but what if we weren't to touch it, but we studied it from a bit of a distance?
Did you see me just study it from a distance and lose my dinner? Which was very good, by the way. Thank you.
He's a great chef, but yeah. So you did lose your dinner, but was the information you gathered from the book valuable in any way, shape, or form?
The information that I gathered from the book was its name and things that I would not say to my worst enemy. There's nothing good or valuable in this book. It's trash, and that's where it belongs.
But wait, here's the thing.
Yes.
So it's full of evil stuff, right?
It is.
I heard something yesterday in the tower.
This is knowledge better left to no one, actually. This is knowledge that is better to be wiped from the existence of the planes than for anybody to read it.
Right. But what I'm gathering, right, is because yesterday we heard about this book, and it contains every evil deed ever done. And I'm thinking, the dragons are super evil, and they do a ton of evil deeds. We have in our hands possibly our greatest source of information on their routes, what they're currently up to, where they are. This could be our ace in the hole. It's just hard to use.
DM, can I tell if the book that he's talking about matches the description of this book?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Ooh. That is a 31. No, 30. Sorry.
So, as this book doesn't have additions made to it as evil things are done, rather than as it has been passed from person to person, they add pages to it.
This is more of a journal of evil things.
But through your identifying spell, you wouldn't necessarily know the lore and like the history of this, but you would know that this book could contain dark rituals that no living mage or sorcerer or wizard would know. Like, this book is the tome of knowledge that no mortal should necessarily know.
This is absolute evil, and we need to get rid of it now. Flint hears that and takes his left hand, which is currently a butcher's knife, and says, "Okay, I got it," and tries to slice the book in half.
No! No!
Oh,
No!
Make an attack roll.
I'm not there! I'm not. No! No! No!
You're not there.
Philip starts experiencing sympathy pains.
Please! Don't do this. Don't do this.
Hold on, I need to pull up Flint's character sheet. Give me a second. I rolled a 14, so we'll see what it translates to. That is a 25 to hit.
25.
Oh, sorry, 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Please. Take it back.
You will take 29 points of force damage as your attack rebounds onto you. And just like this wave shocks up you, and your Carver's knife actually gets shattered.
Oh.
Oh fuck!
That
was super expensive.
Don't worry about it. We'll
Is that like really audible? Can we hear that?
All of you would have been woken up by this.
Yeah, I go ahead and head out into the hall and I ask what's going on.
Investigation time. Hello, knock, knock, knock.
We're just messing with the super evil book artifact thingy. Maybe an artifact. We're not sure. It's just a
Super
book.
evil
Gotcha.
book.
And Sam's like walking down the hall and he's like, ow! Pulls a piece of metal out of his foot and he's like, what's with this?
Sorry.
Yeah. Metal.
So,
Can I
If you
get-
want me to repair your knives, they need to be in a vaguely knife shape.
so this one, he stole a book. The book is horrible, terrible, must be destroyed. I told him that, and he tried to destroy it. And it broke his knife.
Can we leave it behind?
Gotcha.
I would like to put it somewhere that nobody
Can we dump it
ever...
into the river?
Can I see it?
No,
No.
you cannot see
Nope.
it.
Can we dump it into the river? I mean, if anything's going to be strong enough to do it, I would guess the river should be strong enough to do it. I mean, unless it needs a special requirement.
What
Unless
river? What river?
so we
The river of fire or
Yeah.
the river Styx?
Here's just a crazy idea. Could we just leave it with the Yugolots? I mean, it was theirs to begin with, right? They were calling us thieves earlier. If we just left it in their care and then headed off on our way, presumably it would either they would pick it up and file it away somewhere, or
Yeah, but they said everything has a price, which means this thing has a price. And
Mhm.
if it's as bad as he says it is, then somebody could buy this.
Or buy access to it.
that
We
was always
don't-
going to be the case.
We don't
Until-
want anybody to have access to this. We have in our possession, this is an artifact of great misdeed. We need to get rid of it.
I mean,
For a moment, the eyes glow red, and you all hear in your head these whispers. This, and then it fades back.
Did I understand any of it? I was
No.
really focusing.
Oh, I know Infernal though.
So do
Okay.
I.
So here's my proposal. Whatever that thing is, it's worth something, as you said. Whatever that value is, that's the value with which they are going to be pursuing us to have it back. So if we give it back to them, all goes back to according to how it was.
here's the
and they
Or-
don't have friends.
But
Or if we destroy it, they can't pursue us.
I think they'd pursue us for vengeance in that case.
they're
I mean, vengeance is a thing.
they're gonna pursue us for either Ember, the book, or vengeance. And
Well, we could try to bargain it back to them for like they can't come back. They can't come after us at all.
that's a great idea, and that would mean holding on to it. And I think it would be similar to something like a library. You know, you go in, you get the book, you look it over, you pay them a couple silver if you're late. I'm just saying,
I see you haven't changed at all.
never have, never will.
Another thing I'd like to say about the book
That's
that might
what I'm
be
worried about.
a bit worthwhile. So it's not an all-knowing evil book. It does know every evil deed, but it knows maybe some important ones. It seems like a super strong book, so it's possible super strong evil people have held on to it and recorded stuff in there,
That is correct.
which means we could cross-reference it and be able to find maybe things they left behind, giant loot hordes, maybe unseen evils that have yet to be vanquished.
I'm sorry, who blew chunks on the ground?
That would be Ember, I think.
Give me
They
a
kind
second.
of have a scorched smell.
Give me a second. And Ember will snap his fingers, and some slightly invisible people will come in and clean it up and spray Febreze.
Yeah, it's like when someone would get sick in your classrooms, they come in, they sprinkle that red sawdust like stuff over it, sweep it up. It's also bad smelling, but it gets the job done. And then Febreze.
I'm telling you, no one was coming for it before. It was safely tucked away where it was in that library. And if they come for it, they'll have to pay some kind of steep price. If we take it with us, we're opening up a lot of hurt for us and for anyone close to us.
But as Ember said earlier, nobody should have access to this book, especially people with questionable motives like them.
Also
It's
true.
super strong.
Well,
We are at a moral impasse. Do
We
we
could go
value
Up
do
the
you-
river to the Phlegrathos River, the really hot fire one. Toss it in there.
I just.
Well, I mean, by that logic, all it would take is one of those chain devils to go and grab it. Or with the sticks, one of those monsters that we faced.
I mean,
Good to
sure.
get back.
Jack?
What was that, Elif?
It'll take extra time to get back to either of those rivers.
That's
It would.
fair.
I would like to go back to the material plane as soon as possible.
Do we
Yeah.
know if it has any special destruction conditions?
No.
No. Jack,
mhm.
do you think this is a thing that we could entrust to your patron?
I wouldn't know the first way to go about that.
You do have a
Your shadow?
you do have a little friend that you could ask.
I'll look over at my shadow. What do you think?
Yeah, for the first time since waking up, you look down at your shadow, and since entering this room, your shadow is not there.
My little friend is not around.
Shadow's just gonna walk a circle around him. Yep. What the hell?
That's interesting. Maybe
I don't think it bodes well for the book. I have a bad feeling about that book.
I also have a bad feeling about that book. I think
Shadow? I'm sorry. Shadow's gonna use Divine Sense.
Okay, can you put Divine Sense into your chat, please?
I could just tell you, just to text evil. Like in this case, would
Evil
be
occurs as a
for it
stench.
being, right? Yeah, like it registers as like a stench if it's like evil.
Yeah, so imagine a smell of if somebody took a fermented corpse and covered it in ammonia and rotten eggs.
Shadow
Just-
gags like really hard.
It is the worst thing that you have ever smelled, like beyond imagination.
Worse than than all the devils that we've met and stuff like that.
Atrocious.
Hmm.
It is atrocious.
Oh, that's. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That thing is horrible.
I know.
It's worse than the extremely powerful fiends that we've encountered. I'm gonna look at Huzescu. I wouldn't want to touch that thing.
Look, what if our moral imperative here is to just not let it come with us back to the material plane? Leave it here in this awful place. With these
Leave it on the side of the road.
The
Leaving
it on the side
of the road sounds like a horrible idea. We need to hide it.
as much as Yugoloths can be bought out, they also did say that their city is a one-way road with one way in, one way out. Maybe they are the best protection for it in a sense.
Though the evil of the book is undeniable, its strength is yet to be seen. I'm about as skeptical as you guys, but I can't, just...
Hey,
I say we throw it into the astral sea.
The Astral Sea. I have no idea what that is.
It's the place between worlds. That's where I was.
Oh. Yeah, you were.
the land of the mega lobsters.
I think there's just one.
Frankly, that's. I wouldn't even know how to do that. How would you propose we go about that?
Well, there's a couple of ways. You can open a portal inside a portal, or you can teleport there. But the thing is, the astral sea is infinite, and it is infinite in all directions. So no matter where you go within the astral sea, there's an infinite amount of space between anywhere else you would go in the astral sea. So you throw something in there, it's not easily retrieved. It's not gone.
I'm gonna be honest,
It is not easily retrieved.
I don't know how much assurance that is, considering what we had the ability to. What seems most powerful things now, or extremely powerful things, have the ability to locate things like that.
Are there any
Some lockdown, like I guess it might have been in the tower. Not that it was very secure, since Splint got his hands on it.
And divination is able to locate most objects, including ones of that power, and even if they are hidden away. And there's no telling how easily somebody could obtain the book using a wish spell. If we truly wanted to get rid of it, we'd have to destroy it, but I have a alternative proposition in terms of the book.
What might that be?
We could keep being, theorizing about the book, but there's one thing that doesn't really lie when it comes to things like that, and that's divination.
to divine a method to destroy it?
That thing's disgusting.
Correct, but we have no clue how it can aid us, so I say I use augury, attempt to find any benefits, any, obvious upsides, downsides, and we can maybe base something off that.
What
If
if
it's obviously completely negative, get rid of it.
What if we keep it and we guard it?
I don't know.
Then it
Will you
does
divine-
something evil to us.
Will you divine for that?
What's up with that rash on your leg?
Hmm.
The book gave it to me.
It takes like 12 hours. How far does your augury look into the future?
Well, 30 minutes, but we could make a decision about the book within the next 30 minutes, could we?
Yeah, but if you only see 30 minutes into the future with it, I don't think that would get us a very good reading.
What if I open it and you
Oof.
read it?
Yeah, let's not open that.
Careful.
What if you do the divination based off of interacting with the book?
Oh,
Oh,
I need to get.
Right.
that's...
There's a fire alarm going off.
That's an idea.
I need to.
Okay, Sam.
Okay.
The book's starting to affect Sam already. This
Yeah,
I
see,
love
we have
it.
to get rid of that.
Elfa's gonna try and open it, and it's gonna be like Ark of the Covenant.
Right now, if any of y'all look at her or peek at her, she's damn near salivating at this book right now.
Hmm.
Wants to get her hands on this so bad.
both Sam and
like-
Elith do have a point, I think.
Shada's like pinching his nose extremely hard, even though that technically doesn't help at all.
Because it's a
And
feline
he's
nose.
and he's just like looking disgusted.
If Elith does interact with the book, that would be something within the next 30 minutes.
We should check if interacting with the book would cause anything before Elith even gets her hands near it.
Correct. But that event is what we will use as the precipice for the spell.
Yeah.
Okay. I begin casting it, ritual casting it. 11 minutes.
Like, I wish my patron answered me. So I might pray and be like, hey, thoughts? But, it's cool. Whatever.
You get wheel and woe.
Hmm. Okay, guys. I am detecting basically what I expected. Wheel and woe. Positive and negative results from Elf using the book. I say we let her touch it for a little bit and see what happens.
I don't
No.
like that. I don't agree with you, Huzescu.
I will leave you all here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, as serious as I can be.
I swear, if anyone should be handling the book on Jaw, it should be me.
I think.
Why is that?
Because I am experienced with this realm more than any of you. To my knowledge.
What do you mean by that?
What if it pulls you down to a deeper place?
I wouldn't do that.
You don't know that.
Elith,
I do it instantly. I'm so intrigued by this book. I'm just like drawn to this book, you guys. I feel like there is so much knowledge in here that is so unique. And no one else knows it, and it's so strong.
You know why nobody else knows it? Because it's world ending. Nobody else is allowed to know this.
I don't know. The world is ending. We need every weapon we can to fight the dragons.
There's
Yeah, and so far, I have a sword. No, it's not a guarantee, but we have the firepower to be able to fight one of these dragons, at least by itself. Even though there's a group of them, I don't think we need this book to handle it.
But what's stopping all of them from just attacking us all at once? Not much.
No,
If they
Our
were
planning.
gonna do that, they would have done that.
How we control that engagement will be up to how we plan things out when the time comes. That thing is not going to help with that.
I understand your ideas, but if I've ever had a bad feeling about something, this is the worst. And we ran into whoever controlled that big demon that we fought. And he gave me less of a bad feeling.
Does this feel worse than Veldrich?
Yes. And I just want that problem out of my life. I don't want one that's worse.
I have a question
Right.
for everybody in the party. Actually, I have a question for the DM first.
Yep.
The information in this book, based on Ember's knowledge of the demon lords, would this information be more than they know, or would this just be like common knowledge for them?
Make a history check, I guess.
It's okay. Come on. Okay. Oh, plus 12. Okay. 28.
You can hypothesize that there may be things in this book that some of the demon lords wouldn't know, or just there could be things in this book that even the rulers of the Nine Hells, rulers of the Abyss, would not know.
Well, there goes that idea. What I was going to suggest is give it to the one person who can hold it and not abuse it, which would have been Gretz. But you know. If he doesn't know everything, that doesn't work. Okay, no. This book, we need to find a way to get rid of it. Just nobody gets to look at it, nobody gets to study it, we don't get to keep it. We need to get rid of it and permanently.
I think if we are going to not take it with us, we leave it here like Jack said. We can't go
Give
through
it
all the
back.
extra effort to go and destroy this thing as much as you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
But
See, I sense a bit of sarcasm. As much
No.
as you hate it, oh no.
I mean, if
Why do you want to read the most evil book we've ever encountered?
I want to learn what's in that book.
Why? There's nothing good in this book. There's not a
Well.
single good thing in this book.
Hey, she's calling for us to leave it here. Right.
If we really need to. If we really
do.
need to.
Alright. So it's decided. That's what we're going to do. Right?
Granted, if we did let Alice read the book and anything did happen, I do have anti-magic.
Just give me the book. I'm just
Well, so far,
online.
I'm not gonna put too much faith in that Hughes-SQ. I'm gonna be completely honest.
You guys, to know your enemy, you must know their tactics. These are the tactics of the enemy. I can understand the tactics of the enemy. I can understand and level with the evil in the book. Y'all know how to interact with it. I don't mind.
I mind.
It's not making me feel any more secure about it. I'm being
Y'all,
completely honest with you, Elith. We should leave it here, and that's the end of it.
I appreciate, Elith, how much you want to help this group. And I believe you when you say that that's what you'd want to do. I would worry about what it would do to you. As your friend, I would worry about what kind of effect it would have on you if you would have it.
y'all, I like low-key regenerate. Do you remember this? I'll be okay. Zen is here. And my mental's strong. I have my whole arm burnt off.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
your
okay.
body will be fine. It's the rest of you I'd be worried about.
Can we vote on it? Do y'all want to vote? That's where I'm at. Because we could go back and forth about the validity for a long, long time.
I vote we keep it to listen until we can find a way to destroy it.
So here's the vote for keep it, and here's the vote for get rid of it. I want to keep it.
I want a third option.
What's the third?
Destroy it.
No.
We don't know how. That's a vote for keeping it.
Keep it.
Okay.
Keep it.
Get rid of it!
Leave it.
Get rid of it.
Damn it!
3 for 3. Well,
Sam!
at least Sam and Zark.
Sam wanted to keep it. Sam wanted to keep it.
Yeah, Zark's gonna shrug. What are you looking at me for?
Zark says keep it. I flipped a coin.
Zark says keep it.
Okay, we are keeping it.
Can I open it? You
So,
guys-
so long as
Sorry.
Elith doesn't get a hold of it. I'm sorry, Elith, but we're not doing that.
Why?
Okay, we need a way to keep it that's not gonna do this to whoever is holding it.
I could keep it in my bag of holding, but might have to take out some treasure.
Will it dissolve the bag of holding or anything in it, do you think?
The bag of holding is an extra planar space.
Should be fine,
Perfect.
I believe. How heavy is the book?
Do you want to pick it up and find out?
I'm gonna get some.
If we're gonna keep it, we need to
Lots.
keep it isolated by itself.
Isolate by itself. Might need a whole new bag for that.
If you can empty out your bag of holding,
I could, but it's almost filled to the brim with treasure. We'd need to put it somewhere.
how
Elith, do you want
much
to take
treasure?
responsibility of the treasure? Almost 500 pounds
Mm,
of chests, random gold piles, gems, the like.
Good
We've done a
news
lot of
is-
stuff.
Are you emptying out your bag of holding?
Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and just flip it out.
Okay.
Good news is Flint can carry a lot because he doesn't have fucking shit on him.
Of everything that does come spilling out of the bag, I will just pick up the obsidian idol and go ahead and pocket that.
As you pick up the cylinder, it disintegrates in your hand.
What happened?
The chain across the skull disintegrates with it.
what?
Okay, wait. This.
Whoa,
Not
what
too
did...
late to change your vote.
Ooh, no, I'm not changing my vote. This is great. I've had this for so long. It's okay. Okay, this book is getting even closer to solving a mystery that I had no clue was even affiliated with it, though. What does the chain symbolize?
The chain was wrapped
Cool.
around the book.
So now we can open it, right?
So now we can open the book.
And read it.
I didn't expect that to happen so quickly, but it did. So...
Hold off on that. Whew. Okay.
Let's not lose sight of our goal here.
Hold on to that option.
We have
Flint is gonna grab the bag and shove it in, or grab the book and shove it into the bag.
Oof.
Okay. The bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Bag holding is ready. I'm going to leave my 290 pounds of gem chests and 190 pounds of sunken treasure to Elith, our treasurer, to go ahead and sort.
I'll do my best. I'm looking a little full, I'm not gonna lie.
I can carry the
You don't have to
chests.
carry it, but keep it in mind.
I can carry
As
the
part of our,
chests of things.
All right, yeah.
Will you
I mean, we're going back to the material plane today, right? We can just like poof through a portal, and I could drop these off at the Flint and Steel or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
I suggest that that bag now is kept on watch at all times.
I'll keep it on.
Nobody opens the bag. We watch it while we take shifts.
It'll be a part of our resting, I think.
Which means now that we have the mansion, we're going to have to take shifts in the mansion to watch the bag.
Got it.
Or next time I summon the mansion, I can create a vault and we can lock it in there.
Oh, that's more boring.
when they get shunted out.
It'll be shunted out when we leave.
We could grab it before we go, though. Definitely.
We can do that. Put it in a vault in the mansion when we come in, and when we leave, we grab it out of the vault.
And how would this vault open? Would it be like arcane? Would you?
At my command.
Ah, I see. Of course.
Flynn, when you grabbed the book, did you grab it from a special place in the library, or was it just one of many books on the shelf?
It was just sort of on a lectern. It was just there.
And there were other books of equal prominence around the place?
I mean, I just grabbed the one that was closest to me.
So, I'm just gonna put this out there before we go on, but if our reason for taking this thing is because it's evil, and that it needs to be deprived of people, who might be the wrong hands, for instance, that wasn't the only book in that library. There were a lot more there.
No, it wasn't the only book, but I see what you're getting at. Maybe all of those books are evil. Maybe.
Yeah. So why are we taking this one?
This one specifically because this one is evil, and we need to keep it separate from the rest of all of existence. We need to get rid of it. There's no reason to return it to them because we don't know what's in those other books. We know what's in this book, and we know this book can do no good for humanity, and we need to get rid of it. It is our moral obligation to get rid of this book.
I can see there's no changing your mind about this one. Well, far be it from me to get between you and another awful destiny. I will say this, though. I'm running out of eyes and I'm running out of wishes to bail you out from more messes. But I'll be here till the end. Nowhere else to go. So, to the material plane then?
If we're all ready. So everybody's rested up, then we're ready to leave.
Yes.
Anything else we'd like to do here before we leave?
I don't think so. Do we know how to, where we're gonna end up? Is that pinpointed or is it random?
I'm not too sure. I've never used this spell before. It's a fun experiment, but it'll get us to the material plane.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, I can actually do that. Alright, yeah. Everybody join hands.
Okay.
Alright.
And, so I can teleport 9 people, so that includes everybody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright?
Alright. Let's get clear now. We're heading to... Well, there was Haldren, that's where we believe the dragons are, right? That's where they last were. The ruins of Zalrin are just to the north of there. We heard that there might be some meeting point there. Is that about right? Did I hear that right?
I believe so.
The Zalrinian Mountains?
I believe so. And there's some extra stuff going on there too.
Okay. So, we start with Haldren and hope like hells we can make our way to somewhere safe if we have to.
Do you think it'd be more wise to go to the Flint and Steel?
Yes, a little, but also no.
How long would
I
it
feel
take
like-
us to get back where we're supposed to go?
Right. It would take
It's-
us a while to get back.
Right. It's a bit of a detour, but we'll be going headfirst into enemy territory. It could be dangerous.
It's
Remember, you
true.
can teleport us, but that requires a circle, right?
No,
No?
Okay.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, in that case, the Flint and
Well-
Steel then.
I can get this. I can get us to the Flint and Steel with a circle and get us wherever we need to go.
Alright.
Well,
Just
I'm
go
sold.
there first.
we go to the Flint and Steel, drop off whatever we don't need for the journey, so we've got our carrying capacity up, and then we
I need to
teleport
reload food, cooking
Yeah.
supplies and stuff. Also,
Okay.
at some point, can you give me a hand or jack his eye or something today?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Give him his hand back if you can.
I mean, he's been without his eye for longer, and
It's true.
if I can get another knife, I'll be fine.
What happened to that magic eye that Jack was supposed to get from Kelvin?
Well, you
finished,
see,
working on it.
It wasn't.
you,
finished.
you see,
Phil?
Kelvin had other obligations. We shall.
Yeah, he
What
left it with me, but I'm not really sure what to do with it. But regardless, we need to make our way back to the Flint and Steel, don't we?
We do. So when we get there, Shada, you think you might be able to look at it? Maybe complete it any way you can while we're there?
I don't
That
know
way-
how much time we have, but Ember would have a better idea than me.
What if both of you worked on it?
Good
Why are
to
we talking
see.
about this
Yeah.
now?
I
We
don't know
let's-
how much time
let's-
we have.
Let's just go.
Let's not worry about this.
Okay.
We'll get there.
All right.
It's all right. I appreciate it, but it's fine.
Yeah, we'll get it all sorted. All right. The Flint and Steel on the material plane. Casting plane shift at the 7th level.
All right, with a flash of light, you all find yourselves standing in a familiar courtyard. And you look up and you see your home, known as the Flint and Steel. And that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
Oh, okay.
So everyone, we have finally returned back home to the Flint and Steel, and we are going to take a quick 15 minutes here to get ourselves refreshed and go from there. So thank you for tuning in so far. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you have not so already. And now a word from our very own Midnight Jack.
Hello. If you enjoyed listening to us or watching us, you can watch or listen to us in other platforms, of course. We put all our episodes up on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, come catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, we're available as a podcast. To our podcast listeners, we love you. We're happy to keep you company. And you missed a spot in the dishes you're washing at the moment. Drive safely.
Thank you so much. So we'll see you all in about 15 minutes. Be right back.
Welcome back to our RuneScape chat.
Welcome back, everybody.
Why would you say that? All right, so where we last left off, you all find yourselves standing in front of the Flint and Steel. Although Cataran does look a little bit different than what you're used to, you notice that there are like sandbags set up and barricades. There are barriers put in place strategically that were any kind of invading force, at least on the ground level from your viewpoint, would be hindered, and it would give the defenders an advantage. What would you like to do?
Let's go
What's the
inside.
state of this place?
I mean, we should have teleported. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I was thinking of a different spell.
Feels like home.
Guys,
Oh,
the book did some weird stuff to my food, so I'm gonna go restock and make new food.
All right.
Yep.
Yep,
I think you're getting close to running out anyway, right?
I was. There was only like some bread and some like carrots and onions and cabbage. I could have made a good halushki. I'll be back. And he runs off into the kitchen.
All right, so before you, Flint runs in, and a few moments later, as you're kind of like all standing there for a second, walking out, you see Eula, you see Nisa, and walking on a cane is your manager, also known as Shada's valet.
Let's go.
Oh, Lumiscan, how you been?
For a Dragonborn, he looks pale, a little bit like green around the scales. I'm fine, Lord Copperstone.
Alright. How's the place been running since everything?
And if you wanna follow me inside, don't
Yeah, of
Don't-
course.
push yourself too hard, Lumiscan. Eula says.
Yeah, shoot.
And you walk in, and you know the Flint and Steel it's steady for business. It's not busy. The store side of the shop is still being reconstructed. You hear the sounds of the familiar dwarves from the Copperstone clan. And walking in, you see a tavern, and kind of looking across the bar, you do see a few familiar faces. The staff that you all have. Your bartender Nisa goes back behind the bar, starts taking orders. You have your servers and everything, and for a moment you feel at home.
We need to restock on plenty of stuff and put our stuff away, don't we?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually,
Shadows?
I still need that dragon embossed thing that's worth like 500 gold. So, can I take some from the party funds to go check that out? Because I think that everything I took with the elaborate chest was put into party funds.
The dragon what?
Okay, so one of my spells that I've been wanting to use more requires image of a dragon.
And for
And
those of
boss
you who
that-
forgot, I'm sorry to interrupt real fast. As you're all looking across, you do see a familiar face. Kelvin, if you'd like to describe your character for those who don't remember.
Yo! Let's fucking go! Yes!
Hey, Kelvin.
He is muted. So while he gets this audio
We'll look
figured out,
over.
Sam, what do you need the party funds for exactly?
I need to create literally anything with with the image of a dragon on it, worth about 500 gold. It's for one of my spells.
Do you need it made out of gold? Do you need a gem? Do you need a
Let me go ahead and double check that spell real quick, but I don't think. Yeah, it just needs to be an object with an image of a dragon engraved on it, worth at least 500 gold. There are no other specifications that I really need.
Well, I have this
Oh, wow.
gold crown here, and I
Oh.
was gonna pull out this it's not dainty, but it's quaint. It's a quaint little crown. It's got a couple little rubies on it. And then I also have the mirror. Is not really worth as much. A whole. Well, no. Yeah, that's about it.
This little dainty crown. Okay, and Sam.
We could build
Sam,
down.
Sam will go ahead and he'll take this crown and he'll look over it a bit and he'll kind of reluctantly kind of put it on. Like, how does it look?
Fitting.
You look like a very pretty princess.
Yeah.
Hmm. So he'll take it off and he'll put it in his pack and he says, I don't need to wear it, I just need to have it on hand.
Okay. For extra finesse.
Have we settled with your debt collectors yet?
I don't think we've met any of my debt collectors yet.
We might want to leave aside. How much do you owe?
Okay. I feel like at this point that Sam might actually need an intelligence check. I don't know.
That'll be a wisdom check.
Wisdom. Oh, even better.
Six.
Sam gets this deer in headlights look, and he's like, I don't actually know.
Loomis gone.
Mm-hmm. There was Rodney over in Trina. I'm not certain I'll have to worry about him. That there was
Sam, it's okay. Luma's gone. If anybody ever shows up here looking for a Sam Thornton, or wants to collect the debt of Sam Thornton, first direct them to my attorney just to make sure everything is above board, and then you are authorized to pay out up to 40,000 gold.
Sam's I just go, what?
Very well.
Thank you, Loomis.
Shadow's got a really concerned look on his face. Did he look this sickly when we found him from the when we got him from the lifted place?
He was weak, but he wasn't using the cane to walk. He was, as far as you knew, fine.
Shadow's gonna walk over to Uzescu.
Hey, it's working.
Oh, hey,
Shadow?
hey, Kelvin.
There he is.
Kelvin, would you like to describe your character real
my
fast?
Say that again.
Would you like to describe your character real fast?
Oh, yeah, okay. He looks very much as you remember. He's still even got his armor on. I guess the main difference is that his hair is more messy and he looks like he hasn't gotten a lot of sleep. But he's kind of sitting at the bar, perhaps a little tired, but looks very happy to see all of you.
Joan.
Alright.
Hey, you're back. Yeah. I left to do my stuff and I did some good stuff, but also, when the world is in danger like it is, personal stuff kind of takes a back seat, So I've been helping out here with the defenses and the fortification stuff with Lord, what's his name?
Runsan.
Well, yeah. Yep. With Lord Runsan.
What's the latest here? What? How much? We don't even know how much time has passed. But we've been gone for a while. A lot's happened.
Yeah, I can say the same. We definitely have to share some stories. Do you have time right now, or what's going on?
We have some time while we unload. We can describe.
So while they prepare to exchange stories, Shadi, go up to Uzescu.
Hey GM, I sent you a DM.
Hey, GM is.
How can I help you, Shada?
There he is.
Just another quick question about Lumiscan to Sakos. He's not terribly old, is he? You told me that he started working for the family once he was, or my father once he was 14.
He's around his 40s now.
Yeah. So
Comparable to
definitely
human use,
not.
he's around 40.
So it's definitely he's definitely ill.
Seems like
from what
it.
I can pick up. Yeah. Uzescu, my good friend Lumiscan is looking really, he's not looking like himself, and I was wondering if you take a look at him.
Sure thing.
Could mean a lot.
What is he, sick?
Looks like it, and he's never used a cane before.
Sure it's not just old age?
He's 40.
He went through.
Oh,
He was in prison for a while.
Even
Could be
then, he
mental
didn't look
scars.
like he does now.
All right, yeah. I'll take a look at him.
Make a medicine check.
All right. 17. But if I get help, it's a crit.
You did it,
17.
so it's not.
But I did, so it's a 17.
So, I mean, he seems to be out. And do you say anything? Just go up to him and just like start examining him. Like, what are you doing?
I'm checking out his vitals, any very obvious, maybe physical deformities going on, any wounds, stuff like that. Pretty much everything within the physical realm, but nothing. I'm not really looking at magical or mental anything.
Mr. Trouble, you need not worry about me. I will be having a discussion with Lord Copperstone shortly.
Oh, no, it's no concern of mine. It's just my good friend wants me to check you out, see what's wrong with you. Seem a bit hurt. Did you get injured recently? Broken bone, heal wrong?
Now, like I said, I was speaking to Lord Copperstone. Once we get everything sorted out.
Alright. So be it.
At this time, as Kelvin's giving updates as what he's been up to since you all parted ways.
Hey, you're gonna need
Yeah.
this back. Shada's gonna knock on it.
Well, it would help a lot.
I don't
but
mind.
I can.
It's yours.
I'm
As much
sure
as
I can make something that can help, though. Yeah. I've been working on that stuff, Actually, it's come in really handy. And you look as he kind of waves his hand, and his metallic glove retracts, and he's missing a couple of fingers.
Ooh.
And then glove comes back. Worked still as well as the original, I'd say.
Oh, that's impressive.
Pretty sure if I lost like my whole arm or a leg or something, I'd still be able to function. But
Better than
yeah,
anything I got rid of.
I'm glad to see that you're still alive. I hope the helmet helped.
Oh yeah, 100%. Shada will take it off, and there's like patches of like fur missing from his head, from like burns and acid and stuff like that.
I see we've all got our scars.
Yeah, Shada will put the hood from the Cloak of the Manta Ray up.
About this time, Flint comes out, and he's got a tray, and he's like holding it up with a stump, and then like carrying it with the other hand, and on it are an assortment of deep fried doughed things. You don't really know what's in them.
Ooh.
Hey,
Is that bread?
Oh, did we get a new cook?
Oh, that's Flint.
hey, you shut the fuck up! This building is named after me.
Yeah, he's the namesake of our establishment.
You're the Flint?
I am the Flint. Now eat my fucking food.
Look,
I
makes the rest of it.
love
Yeah.
your timbers.
I know.
I
Aren't
thought
they
you
so
were
good?
dead.
Aren't they so good?
They're my favorite. I haven't really eaten anything. I mean, Eula's are good, but probably not as good as the original, I'd assume. But that's like all I've eaten while I've been helping them like fortify everything.
this. I taught raccoons how to make them, and they love them. Oh my god. I hate to see what they get up to with that. Oh yeah, no, me and Sam, we talked to some raccoons one night and we taught them how to make timbers. It's fine. Anyway,
Weirdest night
here,
of my life.
eat this. Eat this.
Where are they getting the brand?
Well, Yolan's gonna speak at this point. Since you all have been gone for the past few months, the lord of this city, Lord Ronson,
Months.
yes, we're nearing the end of spring.
Huh.
We have fortified the city, and Lord Runsan thought it'd be best to provoke the dragons and choose our place to fight, and this is the best place he can fortify.
Where have the ministers been?
Lord Valine is... Lady Valine is in the city. She is currently at the keep of the Ronstand family. We were instructed that when you all arrive back, you are to join them at the keep at your earliest convenience. Of course, the sooner the better, as they plan to invoke the orb when the time is right.
And that's how they plan on luring them here.
Right.
Have there been any dragon attacks in the past month in this area, this city? Have they left this place untouched?
Hold on. Before you get to that, we're using this city as bait and you stayed here? How brave are you?
You told us to keep the Flint and Steel safe.
Yeah, but there's dragons that are coming here. What?
But we have...
I didn't think that they would tell you to. They would use the Flint and Steel as a place to fight. If that was the case, then we would have told you to leave.
Well, we also have Maloney here as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, wires crossed. Which one of my characters knows about Maloney?
Ember.
Ember.
Hold on.
Okay. Wait, no, Flint does too. Yes, cool, they both know. Oh, yeah, cool. Where are they? We might have some questions for them? Question mark?
They're around. They're not here currently. I believe that Professor Dudley will be arriving within the next few days as well.
Oh yeah, Dudley.
Oh, good. That gives me a pretty good time frame for how long I've been gone. Huh. I wonder what she found.
There's also a very eccentric gnome named Sinevik that
Oh boy.
stopped by about a week ago.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, remember?
As Tyler, I'm trying to remember who Cindy Vick is.
He's the
He's
mayor
the-
of the Amethyst
Yeah.
dragon.
The little gnome bard that helped us.
Gotcha. Oh, him! He should be useful.
A man of his talents can barge a few doors down.
But for the most part, the town has been evacuated.
Where to?
Many have gone to the Cloven Hills. Some have found security in the city of Serral. Just wherever they thought best.
What kind of defenses have been set up in this place, in the city?
The sun towers, of course, along the bay.
Sun
And there have been ballistae set along the walls. And as for the ground troops, we have set up barricades throughout the city.
Jack,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're gonna get our tactical advice from, no offense, ma'am, but a barista.
Oh, no. I don't expect to get the full picture. Just whatever we can get for now.
Okay.
Wait. Oh,
Thank you.
Kelwood.
hello, Professor.
Kelwood.
It's good to see you again.
Kelwood.
Yes.
Do you have information for us?
Yeah. Sure. We didn't talk about anything specific for that.
So overall, Callan would have helped with.
Okay, what do I have?
Yeah, so overall, Callan would have helped with the most recently a construction of what's known as the Thunder Cannons that he and his father both helped the city create, which basically uses the energy of sound to strike things down from the sky.
Oh, that's very clever.
Thanks.
Sounds like this place might actually be as good as any. Perhaps better than most. For a final stand.
Yeah.
Or at least a big one. Alright then. Maybe we'll have to get down to this meeting. If indeed they're waiting for us.
Well, I don't think anybody was expecting you, but you're here now.
We can send word ahead, let them know to gather for your arrival.
I don't know if that's necessary.
My lord, I volunteer to go to the keep if you need me to.
Who was that?
Namaskar.
No. You stay put.
Thinking we'll go ourselves? Or are you thinking we'd like to go incognito? Personally, I don't think we have much more to fear from the Nervaline. Not this time.
Do you guys mind if I? Never mind.
I agree with Jack, in the sense that we don't really have anything to be worried about on her side.
No.
Not anymore, it seems. But then again, it's been a while.
Old grievances, I'm sure. I'm sure she's over it.
I mean, I guess she could have arrested me if she wanted to, and she hasn't yet.
You all say old grievances, but that was yesterday for me.
There's a lot for you to catch up on.
Yeah. What's the state of the war room?
It's still intact.
All right.
I've been able to help rebuild a lot of what was damaged in the Flint and Steel as well.
I appreciate that, Cohen. I need to have a word with everybody there. As much as we are planning right here, I need to.
You're calling a meeting there?
Yeah, I'm
For the
calling a
war?
meeting.
All right, let's go. Family meeting.
We have a war room?
Oh, of course.
No fighting.
It's
Yeah, so a reminder for everybody who doesn't remember the war room, this room is freshly rebuilt. However, it is in the ruins of what used to be Aiden's room and is now Jack's room. And it is behind a bookcase. This room, walking in, has a number of items that you all have collected on your adventures. There are safes. There are a number of other items, along with a map of the continent sprawled out across the table. It is centralized in the room.
All right. Everybody situated?
Yes.
Yep.
I have a thought that's been lingering in my mind for a little bit. They want to use the orb and to lure in the dragons. As far as I can recall, the original Lord Varley instructed me to destroy the orb.
Then that's what we should do.
We get
So far, everything that he's foretold has come true.
Mhm.
I don't know where that would make us stand in terms of the nation and how they would look at us.
Their battle plan, the battle plan constructed by Lenore Villain.
It has holes.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't
I
mean
guess
our goals aren't aligned. Her goals and ours, they're still aligned. We want the safety of the world
Right.
guaranteed. We want to vanquish the dragons. If we come up with a better way, then maybe we can make them see reason. As far as
That's
we know,
kind of
they don't
been
want
the issue the whole time, hasn't it? She wanted to save the world a different way than us, and a way we thought wasn't good.
Are we sure that she's not involving mind flayers in this plan of hers? What do
No,
you
I
mean?
They were involved in the construction of that orb, so in a sense she is.
we can bring that up with her.
So as long as we come up with something that's obviously better, maybe that will be enough to convince her.
Destroy the orb, kill the dragons.
I'm not completely sure.
I mean, if we
We
have
would
a
need
better option,
different way
it
to
needs
lure
be-
them.
I
We would want a different way to lure them, right?
I have a question for all of you.
Yeah.
Everyone
Okay.
here. We've talked about the dragon's army assaulting Thorm, and we said cutting off the head. Well, Sean and I said cutting off the head would probably kill the army, right? What about the dragons themselves? What if we cut off their head? What if we go to the Shadowfell?
Kill Veskar before they can release him.
Kill the beast while he's chained.
This is a thought that I had, and I think it's a pretty good idea. All things
There's no telling that he can't retaliate.
There's no telling if it's possible given our means in that place.
Hey, Ember, if we got there and you were able to physically inspect the seal, would you be able to tell us if it was possible to kill him without releasing him?
I have no idea. We'd have to
I'm
be
not-
there to try it. My
Not
thought
too
is,
keen on going right in front of him doing that, though.
my thought is, the city seems pretty well kept in its defenses, and if the dragons are here and they have the orb and they're taunting the dragons with the orb, destroy the orb, go to the Shadowfell, take out their head. What purpose do they then serve? Then they're just dragons. They don't have a dragon lord. They don't have anybody they serve. Dragons inherently are greedy and selfish. They have no
They might
purpose. They
tear
go
each
to
other
their
apart.
own their devices, and they are no longer 5 dragons on a front. They are 5 individuals.
That's true, though. Also, I'm sure that they were chosen as generals because they stand out amongst dragons, perhaps somewhat above typical dragon.
Because they are strong, and because they are old, and they have lasted this long.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
there's one thing from my very brief encounter with them so far. There's one thing that seemed to stand out when I was asking our green friend what their motives are, and that is that they hunger for ascension. At least that's what she seemed to hunger for. We kill Veskar. Let's say somehow we find a way to do that. The resulting power struggle, power vacuum, would mean we now have 5 dragon lords, each of whom might be vying for power. Now that's granted less order, less organized than their current plan, but it's still 5 more problems to deal with.
It's 5
So we gotta-
problems.
Well,
It's 5
We get-
problems.
we
Well,
already had to deal with it.
We already have to deal with them, and now it's not all of them versus us. It's all of them versus each other and us.
Mm-hmm.
It
I guess what I'm
does
saying is
sound
that
like
we
it
cut off the head.
gives us time.
We'd have to follow that up with cutting off the shoulders too.
Absolutely. But that
Sure.
would be much easier.
One at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah, when we talked about cutting off the head, I was more so referring to the dragons themselves so that the cultists don't have power.
Next
I-
thing. Yeah.
I agree.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
agree.
Don't believe that I feel like if we went after Veskar, like we still have the dragons there, and even if they may be against each other, they're still against us. And I would assume the rest of the world, killing the dragons before they get to Veskar would leave us with no Veskar issue, as far as we know, because they can't release him.
The question I have is, why would they have him chained up when they could have killed him to begin with? And the only thing I can come to at this point is that they didn't have the means to do so.
They also may not have had the power leverage to do so. From the text, it sounds like they were really having a hard time. The dragons were already in power, destroyed a lot of things.
From what I've read, Veskar was sealed off when it was a war versus dragons versus giants. Pre-humanity, pre-little people. But with those little people came technology, came magic, came gods. We have things that the giants did not have. The giants had brute strength, and they were fighting dragons with brute strength, and we have that too. But we also have a multitude of other things the giants did not have.
So we may have better leverage than they did in the past
I don't think there's much
to
intelligent
find a
way.
more permanent
can,
solution.
Say again, Yuzescu.
I'm not sure if we would have everything required to kill Veskar right then and there, but
Well, we don't know.
Well, what do we know? We know that we have the blessing of Morden on our side. We have the blessing of death on our side. We have the blessing of Selune on our side. We have the blessing of Orcus on our side. We have a somewhat tenable agreement with Gress on our side. We have a gnome who creates the best fucking food I've ever eaten on our side. We have Sam who can explode at any instance on our side, and then we have the mad genius of Kilwin and his father on our side. Giants had
You guys have
none
been
of that.
busy.
The Giants have none of that. We have 3 gods, 2 demon lords, the incarnation of death itself.
Okay. Well, one more thing we always have on our side is a capacity for patience, and planning, and consideration. Now,
and a wish.
I
Yes,
think we can all agree that killing Veskar is the goal. What remains is the plan and the steps to get there. Now, we could all teleport there sooner rather than later, but there's no guarantee we'll even survive that. It could well be. Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah,
Hi.
I do agree that we should hear out Lenore and see what she has to propose.
Okay. If the occasion comes up that we have a chance at taking out any of the generals in the meantime, I could see that.
We take it.
We should absolutely. Yeah.
Find their location.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay.
As long as we
See
don't
we're on
have,
the right wavelength.
as long as we don't have to fight them all at the same time, I'm okay with that because I took two
Agreed.
dragon breaths back to back, and that's not a fun thing to do. I'm pretty sure it would have killed all of you.
Yeah. Yeah, that looked like a lot.
And that's not like exaggerating. I'm pretty sure it would have killed all of you.
I'll be honest, for a little while, I wondered if you were undead, Flint.
I don't know how I would tell if I was undead. By the way, guys, I found something out earlier, about 10 minutes ago. I tried to change into a spare set of clothes, and I cannot.
What do you
What?
mean?
What?
This apron will not let me get out of it.
There's no way. I mean,
You're
it's an apron.
Do you need help with like the knot in the back, or are you talking
it
about something
sticky?
magical?
Yeah, no, here, Kelvin, try.
Okay, I'll try and undo it.
Gotta shield his eyes.
So as Calvin gets closer to try to untie the knot, this sudden rush of panic overwhelms you, Flint, where you don't want him to take this apron. You like this apron. And you begin to like...
Flint bolts it out of there at 80 feet per round.
Just
Just
before you
straight
know it,
up,
Calvin,
man.
like he just takes off.
Wait, I thought you wanted me. Okay, that was.
What is he doing?
Said he wasn't letting him take it off.
He's,
So when he said he cannot,
is it like cursed?
Cursed.
How did it get cursed?
Maybe it was that way before we found it.
Maybe.
has he had that apron the whole time, or?
I mean,
We
he's had it
picked
for
it
a
up
little while. I
recently.
didn't think that it was cursed.
Yeah, it's not his original, I don't.
I'm not sure. Maybe
Zark might pipe up about getting hit in the face with a frying pan once.
I mean, I thought that was just about intrusive thoughts. I mean, we had that whole conversation, right? Seemed pretty. It's like, you know.
I'm just saying he might. I don't know.
There's a knock at the door.
Flint is no longer there. He has run away, and Ember has no idea what's going on.
I'll go to the door.
Yeah, kind of goes with Jack.
Opening the door, you see a woman with green and blue hair kind of flowing down her elvish features. Bright, like, almost like the color of like a peacock's feathers. Are in her eyes. Oh, hello, Jack.
Oh, it's you.
And you all see Melanine before you all.
Hello, Melanie.
You're still here. Good to see you again.
I did promise
Been a
you
while.
I would protect the flint and seal in your absence.
It seemed that was longer than we anticipated.
The overseer of this city has been made aware of your presence.
Let's see.
We just got here. We've been here for about 40 minutes.
Are they watching the place?
It's likely.
They all were watching it before
I was at,
before you guys left.
I was at court and sent to retrieve you. Although they are not my commanders, and no one is, aside from her warm embrace, but nonetheless, I believe that you can be a help to them.
All right.
They have been arguing for days.
I'll look at the rest. Ah, I know the feeling. Maybe we'll get somewhere. Well, what do you say? Needing adjourn for now?
I guess.
Yes, maybe. I think we should probably take a look at the little one.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be any helpful to us. You know, as much as he doesn't need armor or anything, it's a little bit weird that he's running around with his butt cheeks out.
Agreed.
If something is manipulating him, that's just generally not going to be good when we're trying to do such dangerous things as we are.
Ember, do you have a way of lifting curses? Or is that... I'll look to Hugh. Is that more of a you thing?
That is much more of a Hugh thing than it is for me.
Okay, you, Zesky.
I got it. He seems a bit worked up. We'll let him simmer down, and next time he walks by, I'll just give him a good old tap, and he'll be fine.
Well,
Really that fast?
We're being summoned
Yeah.
now. Why don't we go and find him now?
Oh, by all
right.
means, take your time. Think that they can tell me what to do.
Wow,
All right.
take a little while.
Hugh's going to follow along in the direction that Flint went.
He went down to the pantries.
Pantries.
Yeah. Melanite.
Yep.
You've been an awful good help to us. I would like to apologize for waving my sword in your face. When
it was
we
rude.
first met you.
I think at some point I probably threatened you as well, so I'm going to apologize for any misdeeds that I have done to you.
I haven't deliberately threatened anybody yet, although my presence might indicate otherwise.
You're okay, Sam.
Okay.
Nobody blames you.
We appreciate you, Sam. But yes, I'm sorry.
Well, all right. Then.
What happened to the white dragon that you were chasing, by the way?
We killed him.
Not long after you disappeared,
Oh.
actually.
You
Later
what?
that day, we killed it.
I
So-
heard about
so-
that.
So there's 4 dragon generals, not 5.
I suppose that's true. The blue one, the green one, the black one, and
The red one.
Another blue one.
Another blue one?
Yep.
Yeah, the
There's
brother.
Storm.
the brothers.
there were 2 blues.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Lightning and Thunder, I think. Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, that evens the odds a bit more. Good to know that. Thank you for informing me.
Okay, let's go find Flint. Let's calm him down and maybe unless he needs a moment, and we can just go.
But
This meeting.
you went off and we were staying here. I thought that's what...
Yeah.
So you all decide to go where Flint was. As Yuzesu makes his way first. Flint is currently in the pantry with the door closed, and you approach the door.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and ritual cast detect magic, just to have it ready.
Okay. Nothing magical in your immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Flint's just in there gathering supplies for his next meal.
Zesku's just gonna crack open the door. Just glance inside.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna make a real good roast with some sauerkraut. I've got some aged here. Look.
Oh, nice. Man, he's just gonna inch over a little bit. Man, we haven't had food this fresh in a long time, haven't we?
I mean, I wouldn't count this fresh. It's like fermented for several months now.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, not fresh, but it's pretty good.
Are you saying that my food over the last few weeks hasn't been good?
No. It's always great, but our supplies have been destroyed a couple times. And it's refreshing to have some stuff around.
Look, we have croutons.
You have croutons? Alright, wait. Anyway, I'm gonna look them up and down with this detect magic. Do I see anything on the
I think you've already done that and didn't get anything.
No, you did not.
Just
nothing
yeah.
on the apron?
No.
Nope.
That's weird.
What is it?
Anyway, it's a little bit weird. He's still gonna kind of tap him on like the shoulder part right here on the apron. Cast remove curse. The 3rd level.
Flint, do you let
Can
him
you-
touch him on the shoulder?
Can you feel magic being done to you?
Make actually, Flint, what's your passive perception?
Probably. Great. Let's find out. 10.
Yeah, I would say you're not aware.
Alright.
Yeah. So as Flint stands up and remove curse is cast, the apron comes untied and Flint and it falls off and Flint turns around.
All right.
Do you want some
Go back.
croutons? Do you want some croutons with your salad or no?
Later.
Wait, is the apron the only thing he's wearing?
Yeah.
I'm not wearing anything.
Okay.
Everything else got burned off. I only had
Oh,
apron.
I got you. I
Alright.
missed that detail. Okay.
Flint, I need you to tell me where all of your clothes are.
Oh, well, I should have a whole bunch upstairs in my room.
Going upstairs.
Okay.
Alright. Goodbye.
At this point, he's asking meets everybody on the stairs.
That's
Don't go.
how to go.
Don't go in the kitchen. Wait.
The pantry?
Yeah, the pantry.
Pantry is like downstairs from the kitchen.
Yeah. So
He's
there's
super
a map
right
on
now.
Roll20 for all of you guys right now.
What?
The gray tiled area is actually the storeroom where all the food is kept.
Excellent.
And the stream has seen this before, but we'll go ahead and show them. Flint and steel, first floor, everyone.
And that circle is the magic circle?
The teleportation circle that Ember had installed.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was very poorly drawn.
Teleportation
circle.
shape.
Hey, if it works.
It's
Yeah,
not,
go fix
not
it.
like we don't have a tool that lets us draw circles.
I know, but I was drawing freehand and it was not.
Ember would have had to draw the
So,
circle himself, if you think about it. So.
Technically, Flint would
Oh
be...
no, I paid somebody to draw this for us every day for a year.
Wow. It's funny how that happens.
Everybody else would be over here on the stairs.
And then, he was right.
It'd probably be somewhere near the back.
Sam has an official token now.
Yay!
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah, that's where you are. Zark's at the bottom of the stairs. He'll be right here. Melanite's like, what up? My name's Melanite. Anyway, continue.
So, yep, curse is gone. But his, his apron fell off, so I have to go grab his
Yeah.
clothes so he's not naked in the pantry for any longer than he has to be.
I feel like this could be a health code violation.
We should get rid of that apron.
Do you think we could burn it?
I don't think we can burn it. I think that was
And-
probably one of its main functions.
Where did the apron come from?
We found it in like super duper death land.
Wasn't it on that boat that rode down a river of
That was
fire?
in Hades, wasn't it?
A literal demonic ship is where you found the leather apron stained with sweat and blood of demons.
I'll look to
Sorry,
Melanai.
devils.
I'll look to Melanai. Don't suppose you know of a way to get rid of artifacts of unspeakable evil, do you?
Have you tried
Seems
giant
really
volcano?
Yeah.
I mean, typically things of unspeakable evil are counteracted by divine fire, but what is it that you have? I mean, the apron, I'm sure you could just throw some divine fire at it and it'd be fine.
Is anybody up to a trip to Mechanus? Just for today.
To who?
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Where'd you say,
It's-
Ember?
Mechanus.
What is that?
I mean, is it some sort of machine? It sounds like a
Well-
machine.
Yes.
It does sound.
It is sort of a machine. It's the plane of lawful good, controlled by sort of machines. They're called Modron. They're lawful good, and they are so lawful. And they're very divine. And the god who rules it is just a combination of the beings who inhabit the plane. It's a very unique place, but it might be a place that we would want to go to use divine fire to get rid of a thing of pure evil.
It's
Mhm.
make an arcana check there, or a history check there, Ember.
Okay.
We could just go
18.
to other realms now.
18. Mechanus is actually the realm of lawful neutral.
Oh, is it neutral? It is.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, okay.
The plane of lawful good is actually Elysium.
What's Celestia then?
Celestial is between. So, if you look at the wheel of cosmology, as you start at Elysium, as you go to the bottom, Hades is actually chaotic evil, and as you go back to Mechanus, that's lawful neutral. Limbo is chaotic neutral. And this makes sense. Like, you have. So as you go around it, it goes from alignment to alignment.
Okay.
But those are your 4 main points.
Okay. Disregard all the things I just said.
Oh. But we could still go there sometime.
We
It's
we
less
can go.
dangerous, right?
Who wants to go to Elysium?
I feel like
Elysium is the plane of fallen heroes.
in all honesty,
Sounds kind of interesting.
Okay.
And your plan is to leave these things there?
No,
Or
them there.
Ask a passing angel to make sure that they get destroyed.
Is that-
Yeah. Yes. Find somebody who can and will either destroy or become caretaker.
Is an
of-
apron really worth the trip to Elysium?
The apron's not, but we have something else in our possession that you must not know about for your own safety.
so then it is the apron
Mhm.
we're referring to.
Yes, it's the apron.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is
It's very evil
Elysium
apron.
where
Is there-
Denton went?
He's in a microcosmology of his own.
Okay.
I'm
So
sorry,
we
but
wanted.
are there more pressing matters than an apron?
No.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say this apron's a very bad apron.
It comes with extra baggage.
Can I
so
suggest we
confused.
keep it? Can I suggest we keep that apron where we're keeping the other bad thing for now.
Yeah, for
Ooh.
sure. Shadow will go.
We
in
need
and
something to keep the other bag thing in.
Oh,
Use its
Does-
sword to pick up the apron.
And
does
then
you
when,
have the
when we
clothes yet?
when we do so, we go check out whatever this meeting is. Given that we've just been summoned for that.
As you guys come into the kitchen, talking about all this, Flint is just in there stark fucking naked, making you guys some food.
Oh, jeez.
Just hasn't noticed.
I mean, he was just wearing an apron before, and like,
Does he
it
have
seemed
any body
alright. Yeah, he's got
It's
like
rare.
arm hair and like chest hair and stuff. Just like kind of, he's a pretty furry gnome.
Something like a very like Flint would have been the guy
Robin
in the
Williams
80s.
esque.
He would've-
Robin Williams.
He would have been
Kinda like
the guy in the
the
80s
dude
with like
Okay.
an afro and a mustache and a very hairy chest, but then he just went bald in the recent years.
I don't know about all that, but yes, he's a pretty furry dude.
Hey, Flint.
Has
Why is Flint wearing the Oh.
Yes. I'm working on something here. Give me a minute. I'll bring the food out to you. Don't worry about it.
Can you
Okay,
work on putting on some clothes really quick?
do I have any of those?
You do,
Oh.
you, buddy. You do.
Oh yeah, the apron's gone. I think Hugh said he was gonna go grab me some clothes. Hugh?
Hugh enters the room.
Close time.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'll just throw on, like a shirt, roll it up, throw on some pants.
Thank you.
No, nothing under, and apron, and spare chef's hat. Let's go. And
Yes.
back to making lunch.
So, another thing, by the way, Shada,
Yeah, what's going on?
Hugh's gonna go ahead and just pick up the apron off his sword. Just, no need to exercise caution. The curse is gone. It's this shouldn't really harm us at all.
I
So
wouldn't want to put it on though. Just
You have,
put
like-
it in the bag.
Some sort of sacred
Actually-
fire you can burn it with just to be certain.
I
mean,
was
I
kind of curious,
Try.
Ember, if you would.
I don't have sacred fire, but I can try and burn it.
No,
I would
no,
think the
actually,
cleric would have sacred fire.
I do. I can destroy this, but here's the thing, right? So this thing was cursed, and my detect magic couldn't detect anything on it. I couldn't detect the curse, but maybe there's hidden magical properties within it.
Interesting.
It's not a negative, there's no negative energy within it. I think we could utilize it as a magical item for Flint, possibly.
Maybe set it on the table. We'll see.
Just gonna lay it out.
And I'm gonna cast Identify on this thing.
So this item is not a magical item, but it is cursed. It's the apron of the torturer. The curse is not removed from it. Remove curse can only remove the curse from a person and not the item itself, if I am quoting that properly.
Yeah, I believe it just falls off when you use remove curse.
Yeah.
Like what happened.
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
And historically, the only other cursed item the party has come across, since this one was a dagger that Sar picked up in the mines of Borthorn.
Bad news and bad news. This item is still cursed. Sorry, Hughes Eskew. Also bad news. I can't do anything about it. So,
What you just
I mean, it's not, as far as I can tell, it's not a horrible curse. It just makes you violent and slightly unfriendly to people that you would be friendly to otherwise.
Oh,
Eventually,
Okay.
can make you a serial killer, but
so
I mean, if
nothing
anything-
Oh.
but detriments.
Well-
I'm getting.
Yes, and I
Do
can't.
curses
Okay.
I can't lift this curse, and it is still cursed. So this might be not a super harmful magical item, but a magical item that we would like to, or an item that we would like to dispose of.
All right. Yep.
Well,
No shame in.
do curses? Yeah. Do curses make magical items like more resistant? Because you can still destroy a lot of magical items.
I mean, if it's an artifact, it can't be destroyed. But let's find out. And Embers is just gonna cast Firebolt at it and see what it does.
It doesn't get destroyed.
Does it like singe it at all?
No, it's like it's just unfazed. It's kind of like when you put a hydrophobic material into water and then pull it out. It's just
It just kind of rolls off.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Okay.
thing was kind of made around a lot of fire, I think. So
Yeah, Hades.
Maybe if somebody has some
Grant-
Alright.
some divine fire, they could try and use
Yep.
it on it.
All right. Yeah. Leave it up to the cleric. Try this one on for size, big boy. Sacred Flame.
No, it doesn't. It automatically fails the deck save. It goes up in golden divine flame,
Oh,
and as it does so, this black smoke erupts from it, and there is a brief face of this horrific creature, and then just fades away.
Like the mummy in the sand.
Hooray for destroying evil items.
yeah,
that was
Hooray.
interesting. That's like the opposite of what I do, like when I made my armor, the whole curse thing.
I was just about to
But it's
say,
like
but
similar.
the face that came out of that apron has been hanging around Flint's lower areas for a long time. So I feel kind of sorry for him. Truly.
Not to
Gone
make
now.
anyone feel rushed, but I mean, you are technically being summoned.
yeah.
Okay, let's get going.
We've done what we're supposed to do.
So I turn to the dragon. Does this face look like it cares that I'm being summoned by Lenore Valine?
Why Azarok runs in, but Lorvain is part of the court right now.
Oh, he's
Let's get going though.
I guess.
Yeah,
he's been in charge of a lot of the
Lion, as always.
protection of the city. And I've been working directly under him lately, so probably go.
Alright, so you all make your way through your city. Eventually you hear someone call out to you. Champions! Are you,
Shadow's gonna look over.
are you heading to the keep? And walking up to you is an elvish woman with lavender colored hair wearing a black cloth attire, like a robe, with black leather with silver thread, like almost like a corset going around her body. Wisteria Runstand, the clerical of Lathander. Kimlavor? The one that's a good god of death.
The death, yeah,
Kimlavor.
Califor.
And then her brother is Lathander.
yep. He
Anyway, are you heading to the keep?
I think we are.
Yep,
We are
we're
indeed.
headed.
Hey, I made a bunch of these. Do you want one?
I'm good. Thank you though.
How dare you?
Clint, did you snag any croutons?
I mean no offense.
No, but I
friend.
have this. And I hand you a strawberry shortcake.
Who's gonna eat that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I just said that I mean no offense. Kellamvor, yeah, she worships Kellamvor. Anyway, mind if I join you?
course.
Yep.
Not at all. Come with us. Can I ask what's drawn you to us today? Apart from our charming personalities.
As cousin to Azarok, I have been also part of the court. Well, maybe not you, but I have acted as an official during many times of crisis here in the city.
Ah, I see. Then perhaps you can brief us on what to expect. We've been looking around. We've heard this place has been quite heavily fortified so far, in anticipation of a dragon attack.
There has been quite a bit of infighting among the court. Not everyone necessarily agrees with Lenore's plan, but nobody has anything to counteract it.
It seems that our rival has been people have been waiting for us to return. Is that accurate?
I would say so. Along with Lenore being there, there's also the Minister of the Treasury, Lady Tessarian.
Oh, she's a bitch too. Damn.
I suppose there'd be a severe lack of the Minister of Guilds.
Valdridge has not been seen for some time.
It also seems like there might be a lack of the Minister of Arcana.
It is said that he perished in the fight against the ancient white dragon attack on Restoria.
Really?
I was just gonna look at them and just be like raise his fingers to his lips.
So insane. I wonder why they never caught that. You feel like that would be a big piece of information, you know?
That he died?
I don't remember
be...
him dying.
Right? I don't know. That's something I thought of, but
All good. It's all good.
Anyway, so you all enter into the keep, crossing a bridge along a river or a moat around it. And you are in the home of the Runstands, the ancestral home of the Runstands. Meeting you at the gate is a familiar face. Actually, no, it's not a familiar face. I take that back. An unfamiliar face is what I meant to say. It is a human man. He wears a black leather tunic with a belt with all sorts of knives and other things. As you approach, like a very pale face, he goes, "Well, the champions arrive, I see. Very well.
Do we know you, friend?
Oh, you do not, but I am a friend after all. My name is Arendelle."
Could I insight check that?
Sure, go ahead and roll insight.
That is a natural one.
Arendelle.
He's very friendly.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Arendelle. Very well.
Arendelle the Vulture. My full title I go by. Anyway, they're waiting for you.
Yes, indeed. Do you speak for them? Will you be joining us?
I am one of Lord Runstand's personal guards.
I see.
Wisteria snorts.
Well, if you need an autograph, you only have to ask. I'm gonna walk right by them.
I don't have an autograph. As I walk by.
So as as you make your way to the throne room, you hear the sounds of hushed arguments. As you all enter the room, they suddenly go silent, and upon the dais, there is a number of people looking at you as you walk into the room.
The people in the room, who do we know on site?
Yeah, so on site you see a number of people. First of all is Azrock Runstan, the Lord of Cataran, wearing his very luxurious robes, elven mane, silver and blue. There is also Imlavor Runstan, his cousin, the white-haired, tan-skinned elven man wearing golden white robes, where he holds a staff with a scale at the top of it. You also see Lenore Valine wearing her red and black robes, shaved head, eyeshadow, and of
Total
course,
bitch.
Verona Tessarian, who's the Minister of the Treasury.
Uh-huh.
I know this one. That is the advocate for tiefling rights, if I'm correct. We had tea together. I didn't know she was part of the champions of Cataran.
I'm just visiting. They're guiding me through. It's so dangerous lately. I had to get the best of the best. I'm sure you know how that is.
Oh my gosh. Tessarian. She is not an advocate for tiefling rights. Her name is Alpha Sago. You are an idiot. That's
Hey, did you guys know that Veldritch was, like, enslaved to a demon lord? We killed him, like, a day ago.
Oh, whoa.
have they been listening?
Talk about that crazy dream you had.
Yeah, you need to lay off the mead.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
At the same time, can I try to intimidate Flint?
Roll intimidation check.
Please
I
try.
want to try at least, because
And Flint, roll a charisma check.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
So first persuasion.
Alright, persuasion or deception?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Deception with advantage.
Alright. Deception with advantage.
Good.
Oh,
Nat
Sam rolled
20.
22 already.
Yeah.
And roll an intimidation as well.
That's funny.
Roll the 15. Would you roll Flint?
Nat 20, 21.
Oh, goddamn. Alright.
So Flint is not intimidated, but Minister Tessarian looks and goes, he must have been talking to that professor. What was her name? Dudley. Another one of her
Dudley.
conspiracy theories.
Oh, how is she? Wonderful woman.
I don't know.
I heard she was gonna be meeting us here within the next day or so. She's a friend of mine, you see.
I see. Anyway, and Azrak's gonna put his hand up and sit down. Anyway, welcome, champions. I have set out some food and wine for your arrival. Just feel free to pick as we go. I'm sure this deliberation could go well into the evening.
Ember grabs a goblet of wine and just starts sipping.
Why have you summoned us?
Well, if you remember, I offered you a plot of land if you swore loyalty to me. Of course, the offer still stands, and I believe that you would be valuable assets in this battle to come, and it would be detrimental to our plans if you were there or you weren't.
So you value our input, yes?
I do.
Good. That's the footing we'll start on then. We hear there's some disagreement lately about how best to proceed against the dragons. Is that correct?
Your Grace, if I may, Lenore's going to step forward. They are not tacticians in the way of battle or warfare. We should be getting Sigvid. He is a well-known general. All we must do is retrieve him from Ayash.
With respect, Lenore Valine.
Shada the battle master just feels so offended right now.
I was about to say,
We-
hey, Shada, how do you feel about that?
We've won every battle we've faced so far.
Yes, against monsters, where it was a simple but these are the lives of citizens, warriors that have volunteered themselves to us.
Oh, the lives of citizens that you were recklessly throwing away to mind flayers in the hope of finding some magical cure for dragons?
Here we go.
I am not interested in the feud between both of you parties. Now, Jack.
If you're going to say that we're not qualified, you can't say that we're not qualified for a reason that she is also not qualified.
Let's assess the value of the plan and not the credentials of the one who submits it. Yes?
Azra kind of like he's the one who told Lenore basically to shut up about the whole thing. Jack, you may proceed.
What we've heard so far is that there's a plan in place, plan perhaps in some dispute, for luring the dragons en masse to this location. Presumably, the objective is to destroy them as they pursue their goal, which is the capture of the orb. Correct so far?
That is a plan that's been proposed to us.
And we've seen quite an array of impressive defenses on our way in.
You did really do a wonderful job.
I appreciate it.
Can I ask how long these defenses have been in place?
About a month. As the same as we last spoke, I told you all that I plan to correct the mistakes of our young emperor and take matters into my own hands. Strengthen
Then
our
it's
defenses.
reasonable. It's reasonable to assume then that they will know about these defenses, and so whenever they choose to attack, they will do so prepared to meet them. Perhaps through subterfuge. You may or may not be aware that they can change their forms. They can appear human, slip right past your defenses, and go straight to their objective.
We
Manifest
have
as dragons when they
mages at
choose.
every gate checking for magic and illusion.
You know, we were in a place that required us to give up all magic, all items, and they entered that place completely free of anything that would hide their identity or hide their magical prowess, and they destroyed it on a whim.
If I may say, the overall defenses have been very draining to the treasury, and although we have grain stores and other food stocks to last us several months of a siege, I will say, Lord, that our monetary issues may follow soon after.
It might not be that way if you weren't picking the coffers.
So all they have to do, these immortal creatures, with a plan that extends well beyond the natural lifespan of any of us, all they have to do is wait. Starve us out. Correct?
That is a strategy that a siege could see. But of course, they have to worry about the morality of their own soldiers.
You know what they're attempting to do.
I do not think that they want to see the city destroyed, but rather conquered.
No. Their end goal, what they are.
If there's something that
What-
you all know, please share it.
At this moment in the Shadowfell, there is a very large dragon, their master, one known as Veskar the Insatiable.
Lenore Valine, you should know that.
You
name.
found it?
They seek to free him, and through him, find some ascension and dominion over this world.
He will not rest until this world is his.
And in order to meet that goal, they need the orb.
But
Now,
we have something that they do not know of. Guards,
What's
bring
that?
out the creature. The guards are going. A few moments later, the guards enter the room with a cage covered in a cloth. The cage stands about 8 feet tall, 4 feet wide. And it gets wheeled into the middle of the room between you and those up on the dais of the throne. And the cloth is folded on. What you see is a bird humanoid that's hunchback, their neck elongated and with the face of a vulture. They're wearing tattered robes that have long since faded from their color and are shredded and ancient. The yellow eyes with black pupils kind of stare at you through the cage.
Huh?
As Ember, I would like to snap and see if it reacts.
It reacts. It like blinks and it's like.
Cool. I then want to press the digitation a snap sort of behind it and see if it reacts to that.
It turns its head to the side where it has one eye on you and the other eye on whatever just happened behind it. May I introduce the Archmage himself, Archmage Agranol, the founder of the Agran College of Magic.
Wow.
The Agran College of Magic. You took
Indeed.
the Archmage?
He seems in a pretty sorry state.
Well, perhaps he can tell you what happened to him and why he's in this pitiful state.
I'd like to know.
I'm the Archmage who attempted to seal the Dragon Lord millennia ago and was given a curse and made into what you see today. He's gonna like
Why is he in
cock his
prison?
head to the side. These creatures are evil at heart. There are thoughts twisted in the many years of isolation. He's known as what's called a Nagpa at this point in his life. Cursed by the great Veskar the Insatiable. He and the other mages of the college attempted a ritual to seal the dragon, foolhardy, and failed.
What happened to them when they failed?
I'm sure Ember is familiar with this tale. Only the apprentice escaped this fate and brought the news to remainder armies of man.
That was in the book.
I read the book, yes.
Did that happen to us?
But
This curse?
It could happen.
Or
could it happen? Yes. If we try and steal him, maybe. Michael, I DM'd you a thing.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Okay, thank you.
If it's a curse, could he remove the curse? Could he ask you to do something?
It's a pretty big curse, I think. I'm not sure if I could do that. That
This
damn
Had it for a long
apron.
time. I'm sure somebody's tried already.
This is more of a changing the fabric of reality type curse, and not a I lay a spell on you curse.
Careful, everyone. If he gets close, he might try to use one of his dark and twisted spells against you. He tried it on us when we found
So-
them sulking in the mountains.
I mean, the Archmage is a threat
What do you mean?
as well as your keep.
Did you repeat that, Jack?
Sorry, what do you mean by all this? Why show him to us? Where are you going with this?
Simple. They tried to seal Veskar. They were poor in their planning. They failed, and now look at them.
So,
So how do we make sure that we have a better plan than they did?
We could always try to seal him, Your Grace. Back to the plane of shadow, kill his followers, and ensure that he's never freed by their power again. It's too late. It's too late.
Too late.
For what?
Can't you tell?
No.
I can see that you've met him. He's already gained the power of the Shadowfell. He is far more powerful than any ancient dragon. Far more deadly than all four of the remaining generals combined.
We would have to fight him alone.
He's gonna poke his head through the bars. You have a stench about your group.
What do you mean? I don't smell.
I feel like that was kind of like an insult, a little bit. Kind of.
I
I don't know. Are you
the
talking like a
smell
magic
of
stench?
dark magic when I smell it. Which one of you? Which one is the culprit?
You're obviously insane.
a little bit of all of us. Who are you?
He's not insane. Or only partially insane.
He's tripping. I don't know what he's talking about. He's lying,
Yeah. Weird bird nose is weird, I guess.
right? The point has been taken though. I will avoid best I can a curse. I'm sure we all will.
The best way I can describe this character is like the vulture people from the Dark Crystal.
That's what I was imagining.
Never
Oh,
seen
you
the
definitely
Dark
should.
Crystal.
He's like the bird that goes, Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll send you a video after this.
Cool. Check your DMs.
Carry on.
Okay, so we've seen him.
And how
What
is
is
he
your
supposed to help?
What is your plan? We're here because we heard that there was dissenting opinion about a plan. What is the plan?
My plan was that we use the orb of dragonkind that our researchers to the south have unlocked for us, lure them here, and kill them.
Like all four of them at the same time.
We get the tactical advantage by choosing what place the battle takes place.
Well, you're neglecting one thing. You're gambling everything so far, the entire war effort, and the safety of this world, on how well you might be able to kill all four of them plus whatever they bring.
Which brings you into the picture. The party of all of you could manage the Dragon Lords while we take care of the armies. Along
We're
with
strong,
other people.
but That is a hefty task.
I would like to cast message to Hughes Eskew. Lenore Valine has an artifact of the shadow. We need to get her in a zone of truth, so she will tell us where it is.
And I can
And
send
why
a
not-
message back, right?
You can, yes.
Will do.
And Lenore, why not destroy the sphere and prevent them from seizing their objective in the first place? They'll have no reason to invade this place, and we could perhaps pick the dragons off one by one when in their time of confusion.
Does Lord Copperstone not have the ability to do so the moment we need him to? Why don't we use the orb until they draw close, and then destroy it?
Why don't we destroy it now? And if
Lenore-
they lured here because of a rumor that it's here, then we accomplish your plan. But in the meantime, we remove the risk of it failing.
Lenore, what are you not telling us? What do you have that you're not telling us about?
I do not know what you mean.
Do I believe her?
Yes, I junk.
Sure. Take a 20.
20? Hard to read. We have been allies. I have proven myself to you to be worthy of our partnership time and time again. Do not forget it was I who brought you to the Elven cities to the north and teleported you around when that one made his disappearance.
Do not forget that we have also suffered for a great deal of time at your hands and your attempts to sow disinformation about us. There's something you're holding back on.
Once again, if there is a petty feud between the two parties, I'm not interested. Champions, do you have a counter plan?
Lenore,
Yes.
for you it may have been months, but for me, it was yesterday. I have not forgot about our petty feud, as he calls it. We need to discuss this now. What do you have? What are you hiding from the rest of these people? I know you have an artifact that can bring these dragons to their knees. What do you have?
The time in the stasis must have affected your mind, Master Wizard.
Lenore Valine,
She's gaslighting you.
I have a proposition for you.
I'm waiting.
We're all helping each other here, right? In the pursuit of saving everything.
I would say what we're doing now is counterproductive, but please go on. You're going to anyway.
So, with that being said, I suppose the most important thing here is that we work together and that we don't keep secrets from one another. So, with that being said, if you really do not have anything to hide, then in that case you wouldn't resist against a zone of truth to reveal your true intentions. Or, alternatively, you can resist and prove that you are hiding something.
Your Grace, and how would we know that he's being honest about my answers?
Everybody can go in a zone of truth.
We can put both of you into the zone of truth.
Everyone.
It is an area
Which
effect.
proves nothing.
It proves everything. All known information that you have is revealed to us. All of our known information we will gladly.
There's
And-
a way we can prove that it's working. We have a neutral party, my lord, for instance, stand in the zone of truth with us, you'll sense that it's working, and you'll be able to confirm that whatever any of us say, will either be an evasion or the truth.
Ember, you're gonna get a message from Melanie.
Okay.
If what you said about this apron is true, you want to risk revealing that information.
Did she say, do you want to risk?
Do you want to take the risk of having to reveal that information?
Yeah,
Mostly
yeah.
because the Nagpa, Archmage Agronal, mentioned that you guys have a smell of dark magic on you.
Yeah,
Stench.
no, it's fine. I'll message back. We have a book that we stole from some evil people for safekeeping. And planned destruction. It's fine.
Very well, cleric. I will enter your zone. I will enter a zone of truth if it were to be cast by Wisteria Runstand, a neutral party.
Very well.
Acceptable. I hope, Liege, you appreciate that this goes beyond petty rivalries. This is a matter of possibly the greatest importance in this meeting, that we can start on equal footing with the truth. We can't go much further than that.
Wisteria, no offense to you at all, but would you mind if we have a double layer zone of truth, so we have someone who can verify what Lenore is saying?
Are you questioning my morals?
So that it's not.
No offense to you, but I don't know you nearly as well as I know Huzescu. And he can do the same thing that you can do.
And by having two of them verify, they can confirm each other.
It's peer reviewed. It's the best type of magic.
There'll be less question about it later. We'll be able to move on from there.
I will not stop you from casting your own spell as long as it does not harm anybody in this room.
We have
Thank you so
no
much.
intention on harming anybody here. Huzescu will cast Zone of Truth in the same area we are communally casting it.
Okay. And Wisteria will do the same, and as both Lenore and Huzescu step into the zones of truth, that is where we're going to end our session for this week.
Ooh.
Oh
boy.
Very exciting.
That is a story for another time. So, everyone, thank you so much for tuning to our session this evening. It has been a pleasure. Become a more chill session than our last couple ones.
No combat this session. Zero
Each episode. I'm concerned that means it's to be
Yeah.
So, I'd like to thank all of our role players for joining us this evening. First and foremost is Ellis Visago, our Tiefling Warlock.
Thank you. I had a pretty good session. Honestly, there's so much plot development going on right now because they're moving forward, and I know all the action is gonna start next session, so I'm really looking forward to that. Gonna be a lot of combat and a lot of action. That's all I got. I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to Flynn, our barbarian cook / Ember Alphraxius, our Fire Ganassi wizard dual player. Tyler, take it away.
Yo, this episode was very exciting. We got Kelwin back. Hell yeah, Kelwin, what's up? We're gonna have some words. I remembered as the session was going on how many like weird beefs Ember had, so that's super exciting. I'm very hyped about like the next few sessions because we get to finally get the truth out of fucking Lenore Valine. All of that being said, it was a great session, guys. Thanks for RPing with me, and I'm gonna kick it over to Shada.
All right. Thanks, Flumber. thank you.
Yeah.
Flamber.
I mean, but yeah, it was a pretty good session. We are moving. We are figuring stuff out. As much as we are holding up this, gathering, we're it's gonna start getting heavy soon.
Mm-hmm.
We have a whole fortified, I guess, like home field advantage sort of in this situation, but we still have to negotiate, like just debate and negotiate what we're gonna do. Yeah, I cannot wait to get right into this action. Got a nice sword that's itching to slay some dragons. All right, and with that, I will pass it off to Midnight Jack.
Sounds like that
Hello.
sword was made for
Warlock.
this situation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. All right, take it away.
Hello. This is Smokey. Smokey has enjoyed being on stream today.
Oh, Smokey's so
Very
cute.
relaxed.
Oh, I heard the little purr.
He's the best.
Yeah. Oh, he's been purring non-stop. Anyway, as always, I have fun. It's been such an action-packed series of sessions we've had. So tonight was actually kind of an interesting change of pace. I return home and taking stock of what we have, what's to come. And indeed, if next session is action-packed, it'll be fun and also the worst-case scenario for our characters. But I look forward to it, as I do every week. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Zark, who will say something to the effect of, I got a brilliant plan. I got it all figured out. No one asked me. But next
Thanks,
week
Mark.
I'll reveal I got
Thanks, Mark.
everything figured right up here. It's going to tie together all the loose ends.
We're not gonna have to fight anybody.
Pure tactical genius. It's gonna involve 1, maybe 2 actions. I'll leave it for him to fill in the blanks. with that, he's asking.
It's so kind of you.
Oh man, this session was was like a cool, refreshing glass of water. After many just repeated insane boss battles, this is a nice breather, and it was interesting. This is the fullest the party's ever been with us getting Ember and Kelvin back. It's gonna be crazy.
Boy, yeah.
Very
A party of 9 people right now.
wow, that's crazy.
Means that Ember's teleport's at its limit.
As is plane shift. Yeah.
Yeah, plane shift. That's what I meant. Is teleport the same?
I think so. It's you and 8 willing creatures, I think.
Oh yeah. Then yeah. Jeez.
Yep. Awesome. But
So far doesn't come back.
yeah.
I don't think we can handle that right now.
I mean, we would love to have him back.
Yeah, sorry. Keep going. Keep
We
going.
would.
Some very cool stuff happened in the middle of this episode where we had a moral dispute over a super evil book, which we have yet to know how that's going to pan out, but that's going to be cool. And seems like we're going to get into a hot, fiery debate next, session, which is going to be cool. No lies on either side, so it's just going to be exchanging crude truth, and a lot of progress is going to be made. And we're currently planning possibly one of our last major fights, guys. That's crazy. We're wrapping up campaign 1.
That is nuts.
The great campaign.
I'm super excited. With that being said, I'm going to pass it off to Sam.
Watch as Lenore just derails the last couple of sessions by asking who we've murdered recently, or if we have any objects of evil origin on our persons, and just throws our credibility right out the window.
I don't think it does, really.
We have an evil book.
We have an evil book.
We have an evil-
but we stole it from evil people to destroy.
Say it with me. Just because you have an evil artifact doesn't make you an evil person. Retweet.
Yeah, but you're a special case.
Man.
Oh gosh. I'm kind of excited to see what happens next session, because Lenore's not just going to take this lying down, she's going to give back, and I'm kind of excited to see how she's going to get back. And with that, I will pass that off to our wonderful DM, Salkos.
Oh, I think we're missing somebody.
We are.
Oh,
Kelwin.
Boone.
oh,
Kelwin.
what? Kelwin! Oh, shoot. I've never passed off Kelwin before. This is weird. I will pass it off to Kelwin then.
Yeah,
Welcome
This is
back.
your first pass off to another
A
player.
round of applause for Kelwin,
Hey.
everybody.
I want to thank everybody for being awesome and making this so much fun to be a part of, and for giving me the opportunity to jump back in. And especially thanks to the DM for that, for letting me join here as we get closer to the end here. Thanks, Sal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Honestly, guys, and this is me saying with unbiased DM, I do not know if all of you are gonna make it through the end of this arc. I really don't. But okay. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I have no more else to say other than see you next week here at twitch.tv/prestigegc at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Bye.
Everyone,
Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.